Warning: the following Let's Play contains spoilers for Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, Danganronpa 2, Danganronpa V3, Danganronpa 3 the anime, and Danganronpa Another Episode Ultra Despair Girls. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa V3, and the students enter a virtual world to try and find the truth of the outside world. But somehow Miyu is killed. This trial blends a virtual world with the real world. Exclamation point, let's go. Oh, actually, no, don't start yet. Because we got skills from, doing things. What they do, I don't know. But I should have skills. Are they not here? Oh, here's one of them. So one part of the objective becomes visible. Entire object will be shown. That sounds very amazing, and I'm equipping that immediately. No, I'm not, because I did it the wrong way. Alright, and up, I just saw it. 2D love. Some panels will be filled in from the beginning. In fact, oh yeah, sure. Why the fuck not? Alright. So cool. That's fun. And begin the class trial. Yes. And fair warning, it's also gonna be late near the end of this trial, so it's probably gonna end up like the last trial, where I have to go quiet a bit by the end.
Let's begin with a basic explanation. Ah, screw it. This is tiresome.
You need more motivation!
I do. I really do. Now then, let's start this class trial.
Before we start,
he's
I
depressed.
just want to ask something since there's not a lot of us left. What happens if the votes result in 2 first places?
Huh? You mean like a tie? It means they're both the blackened. As long as one of them is correct. It's fine.
Daddy, are you sure you should make a decision like that so casually?
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
Thanks. Since that's answered, I can start enjoying this life or death game now.
What game? How long are you gonna keep saying that?
Just ignore Kokichi. The rest of us need to work together to find the truth.
Yeah.
Got it? We can't die here! Oh my! Himiko has become so determined! It's true! People really do change!
But now she's lost what made her so unique.
That's none of your business!
We should focus on the class trial. First, we need to clarify...
Kaito's the culprit!
For fuck's sake, immediately.
What? Say that to my face!
While we were all still logged in,
You just did.
Kaito logged out alone, right? You were able to move freely. Doesn't that mean you could have committed the murder?
Don't screw around! There's no way I'm the culprit!
Kaito right. Kaito couldn't have killed Mew.
How long are you gonna keep saying that? Trusted people can still kill, you know. We already saw that a bunch of times. So many times. Since Kaede.
The fact that Kaido was the only one logged out is suspicious. But he's not the culprit. He can't be.
Kaito logged out first, by himself.
Where's Kaido's account? It's been a few hours since the last episode, so...
You was still logged in though. That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
Kaito culprit? Impossible!
Of course it's impossible, because I didn't do it! I mean, we found that bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, didn't we?
The culprit was trying to pin the blame on me. That diversion was part of your plan, right, Kaito?
Well, Kaito, any last words?
What do you mean, last words?
You need to decide Mew was killed in the real world or virtual world. Oh, okay.
Kaito logged out first by himself.
Objects can't break, avatars cannot be injured, however, the body's 5 senses, so this probably.
Mew was still logged in, though. That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
There, maybe? Question mark? Nope. Put on the poison bottle, right? Shuichi, even the smallest amount can kill. Expression of agony on her face definitely look like the symptoms of poison. Right, Kaito's the culprit.
Damn it!
Well, that clearly wasn't it.
Kaito logged out first by himself. Mew was still logged in, though. That's when you poisoned her.
Oh,
right,
the
Kaito?
hammer. Oh, well, shit, that's still not the location.
Damn it! Kaito logged out first by himself.
Oh, but her eyes
Mew
were
was
bloodshot.
still logged in, though. That's when you poisoned her. Kaito?
Why did... Okay, I
Impossible.
right-clicked it, it didn't work.
Of course it's impossible, because I didn't do it! I mean, we found that bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, didn't we?
The culprit was trying to pin the blame on me. That diversion was part of your plan, right, Kaito?
Well, Kaito, any last words?
What do you mean, last words?
Kaito logged out first by himself. Mew was still logged in, though. That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
Oh, so it's white words and they disappear.
That's
But
wrong!
they're over the yellow. That's what was going on with that poison. Because that was confusing me.
Mew wasn't killed by poison, and the warning on the label proves it. Drinking the poison would result in subconjunctival hemorrhaging. In other words, your eyes would be bloodshot.
Oh, but Mew's body. That's right. Her eyes weren't bloodshot. She wasn't killed by that poison.
Then what was that poison for?
Probably a diversion. The culprit wanted us to think Mew died by poison.
Then, what was her real cause of death?
Mew's real cause of death, the only one I can think of. The hammer. Oh. I mean, Kaido, because of his stick-ass skull. Ugh. Let me do now. Is there anything else that could be the murder?
Oh no!
It's not the hammer? Is this it?
This is it!
Okay, that's stupid.
Mew's cause of death was the killing game simulator itself. In the virtual world, if your avatar takes fatal damage, your real body dies of shock.
Oh my fucking god. Mew's dead portrait is XXX. That's so fucking dumb.
That was made clear in the program's text file.
Miu received fatal damage in the virtual world and died from that shock.
In that case, it's fair to say that the cause of death was actually the simulator.
Gonta has question. Where is this virtual world place? What floor is it on?
If you don't understand, then don't say anything.
If Mew was killed in the virtual world, then the next thing we need to figure out is what caused her to incur fatal damage within the virtual world.
So her cause of death in the virtual world is the one that
The
matters.
hammer.
Oh, it seems like Gonte is confused. So why don't we review things a bit? So we split into 2 groups to find the secret of the outside world.
The ones who searched the mansion were me, Shuichi, Samugi, Gonta, and that NPC Kaito.
Hey, who you calling NPC, you ASS?
And the others who searched the chapel were Keyboy, Maki, Himiko, and the late Mew.
How could someone have given her fatal damage in that situation? That's what we gotta think about. Now, let's all work together.
Aww, little Himiko is all grown up.
What a dick.
Too bad your chest hasn't grown up, though.
That was uncalled for. Someday, my chest will grow like crazy.
Let's begin
I
then.
fucking love Kibo's expression after that. His sprite. The fail damage that Miyu received in the virtual world. Let's pin that down.
In the virtual world, Miyu was fatally injured. So let's focus our efforts on that first.
Whoever did that to Mew was dropped right next to her avatar. It has to be the hammer!
Or going to beat her with his bare hands.
Are we certain that blunt force was involved? I think strangulation is more likely.
It's possible she was pushed from a great height.
Could she have drowned?
Return is just because of death.
In the virtual world, Miyu was fatally injured. So let's focus our efforts on that first.
Whoever did that to Mew was dropped right next to her avatar. It has to be the hammer!
Or going to beat her with his bare hands.
Are we certain that blunt force was involved? I think strangulation is more likely.
It's possible she was pushed from a great height.
Could she have drowned?
In the virtual world, Miyu
I'm
was
gonna go with
fatally
the
injured.
strangulation.
So let's focus our efforts on that first.
Whoever did that to Mew was dropped right next to her avatar. It has to be the hammer!
Or going to beat her with his bare hands.
Are we certain that blunt force was involved? I think strangulation is more likely.
There you go, that's what I was looking for. Come on, please. Okay.
I agree.
Somehow that didn't hit the V spot, but fuck it. Or must have been very slightly
Mew's
off.
body showed severe trauma and signs of a struggle.
Yeah, she looked like she suffered. Very hard to look at.
Right. And the virtual world is connected to our 5 senses. If her body experienced pain, she must have been in pain in the virtual world as well. Knowing that, I believe Maki is correct. Mew.
Oh shit.
Yeah, definitely. Strangling and poison are the only methods that can make her look like she's suffocated. But we already removed the possibility of poison, so it can only be strangulation. Also, when a victim
Couldn't
is
it
poisoned,
theoretically be
they
drowning though?
commonly grab their chest or mouth. But Mew was holding her throat. It's obvious she was trying to protect her windpipe.
Oh. The Assassin Master gets really chatty when it comes to
What a
corpses.
dick.
In that case, her exact cause of death is being strangled in the virtual world.
Just a death stare.
But is strangulation even possible in the virtual world? If the avatars were equally strong, it would be difficult to strangle a resisting victim.
Yeah, if she was just as strong as them, no way they could have strangled her.
Then the culprit would need a tool. There are tons of cases where a weaker person would strangle a stronger person with a rope.
Wow, you know a lot about killing, nerd.
And just
But
stare
was
down
there
again.
even a rope in that world? I don't remember seeing one.
Then they must have used something else as a rope.
Something for a rope, huh? I have an idea of what it might be. Found it during the investigation. fuck, I have to come up with something. Is it that?
This is it! During the investigation, we found toilet paper outside the mansion.
Is this toilet paper? What could toilet paper be doing here?
I'm guessing that the toilet paper was used to strangle her.
Gonta, no can ignore that! What you mean, Shuichi?
Huh? What's wrong?
I love how he's just screaming and then he's like, what mean you, Suichi?
What wrong? Shuichi goofing off! Not gentlemanly at all! There's no time for nonsense! You know can use toilet paper in place of rope! Would tear too easy! Even Gonta know that, and Gonta not smart!
Ah, fuck, I just missed it too.
There's no time for nonsense! You know can use toilet paper in place of rope! Would tear too easy!
Boom.
I'll cut through your words!
So yeah, you didn't even need to advance his, that's kind of cool.
The toilet paper wouldn't tear. Because in the virtual world, objects are unbreakable.
Unbreakable?
You're so dumb, Gonta.
If objects
fuck.
can't break in
I
the
didn't mean to
world,
hit that.
then toilet paper shouldn't be able to tear. And since it couldn't tear, it could be used as a rope.
Gonta not really understand, but... Sorry, Shuichi. Gonta was wrong.
It's okay, Gonta. Don't worry about it.
Killed by toilet paper. It was a fitting end for her.
A fitting end? I do not fully understand that logic.
But if Mew was killed near the chapel, why was the murder weapon by the mansion?
Maybe the culprit tried to get rid of it to destroy the evidence.
Culprit meant to get rid of the evidence. They did a poor job of it. There's a much better place where they could have destroyed it.
If toilet paper was the murder weapon, then what's the deal with the hammer next to her?
Perhaps the culprit prepared a backup weapon, just in case.
No,
Could have been
the
a diversion.
culprit didn't bring the hammer.
Oh, Mew.
But who else but the culprit would bring a...
Ah, fuck, I mean, I already know who brought that hammer.
That's it! Mew was the one who brought the hammer.
Mew bring hammer?
Remember what she told us?
Yeah, she did say she deleted any dangerous objects.
If that were true, she wouldn't have missed something like a hammer.
This is like super random and unrelated, but I just realized how much Suichi's little like emblem of the high school on his like left pocket, his shirt pocket, it looks just like the Decepticon mask from fucking Transformers, which I vaguely remember from when I was like a really little kid. I don't know why, but it reminds me of it.
Meaning that Mew must have left it on purpose.
On purpose?
But why she do that?
You bought the hammer for sure, but what did she need it for? You need to make that clear.
Let's assume that Mew brought the hammer. What was she planning to do with it?
Maybe
Wow,
use it
I
to break
suck.
down a wall?
Uses for a hammer. Gonta no! Mew gonna build stuff with hammer!
Probably just brought it for self-defense.
Or she secretly met up with someone.
I agree! Mew was gonna meet up with someone in the virtual world.
Mm-hmm. With me. I was supposed to meet up with Mew on the roof of the mansion.
What? Is that true?
I overheard them talking about it at the chapel.
By the way, Mew asked to meet up with me before we went into the virtual world. I totally forgot where we were supposed to meet, so good thing Keyboy spied on us.
Wait, so Miu called Kokichi out?
If Mew brought the hammer, I wonder what she was planning to do with it.
Kokichi's already figured it out. She was planning to. Fuck, no, why did I do that? I mean, it would be boring, so that'd be a no-go for me. If it was me, though, wait. That'd be totally different if it was me, though. I'd plan an awesome. Okay.
Damn it!
I'm gonna go with kill.
That's it!
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think that originally.
She was trying to kill Kokichi.
Up until I was given the choice. That's what I thought in my mind.
She was what?
Yep, she plotted to meet up with me and then kill me with the hammer. If you want to prove this, you'll need to figure out Mew's plan, okay?
Mew's plan, huh? Sure, if I analyze the clues we found, I can figure something out. Alright, let's do it. Yep, we're doing a minigame. Psyche Taxi, yeah! I love this game. Although I will say I do still like the mind drive or memory drive or whatever the skateboard minigame from the second game was better. But this is still very good. And on the posters it was Peaches and Mew and Kokichi. Ah! I didn't get to that time. Friggin' rip. And this should probably finish it off. Yeah, it should finish it off. Oh shit! Well, now it didn't. Yeah, right there, Mew and Kokichi on the little billboards there. Weird looking versions of them too, like those aren't sprites, those are original drawings. Oh shit, there are 3 lanes now? Oh wait, that happened last time. Yeah, we did. Kibo. Oh shit, I hit the wall. Yeah, where was you trying to kill Kokichi? So that'd be the roof. Whoa, okay, we're good. Oh, there's Tsugumi. I'm curious, I mean I doubt it at the moment, but it would be interesting if Tsugumi, or Tsumugi, whatever her name is the murderer, and maybe that's why there's billboards of her. Because the other one made perfect sense, but... So, Kokichi's seat. to divert attention. Nice.
She wanted it to appear as if Kokichi was killed in the real world.
She placed the poison on my seat to make us think the murder happened in the real world.
She did that too?
What? Miu was the one who put that poison bottle there? No, that ain't right. Something's definitely weird about that. When could Miu have put the poison there?
If she did place the poison without us noticing, then she must have logged out at some point.
And then what? She logged back in?
Kokichi, weren't you in the salon around that time? Did you see her log in or log out at all?
Nope, I didn't see that at all.
If she hadn't logged in or out, then you couldn't have placed the poison.
Then who put poison bottle?
The only person who logged out early was Kaito.
Kaito, your grave just got 10 feet deeper!
No, it wasn't me, guys.
Oh, so your grave just got 10 feet deeper.
When could Miu have put the poison there?
If she did place the poison without us noticing, then she must have logged out at some point.
And then what? She logged back in?
Kokichi, weren't you in the salon around that time? Did you see her log in or log out at all?
Nope, I didn't see that at all.
If she hadn't logged in or out, then you couldn't have...
Oh shit, that's not it. There's no way she placed the poison.
Oh no! When could Miu have put the poison there?
If she did place the poison without us noticing, then she must have logged out at some point.
And then what? She logged back in?
Kokichi, weren't you in the salon around that time? Did you see her log in or log out at all?
Nope, I didn't see that at all.
Before she could log out, everyone only logged in and out once each. And I mean, you never logs out.
If she hadn't logged in or out, then you couldn't have placed the poison.
Okay.
That's wrong!
Wait, what?
It was Miu who planted the poison.
Oh,
on
because she came
Kokichi's chair.
later.
She
Then
had
Kokichi
plenty of
did.
time to do
Okay.
it.
That
Here,
makes
take a
more
look at
sense.
Is this a record of who went in and out of the virtual world?
That's right. It says that Miu was the last of us to log in.
Yeah, what about it?
That makes
She
sense.
logged in last. She would have had time to move around in the real world after the previous person logged in.
That right. She could have placed poison bottle on Kokichi's seat.
This was all part of Miu's plan. She tried to kill me in the virtual world, make us think it happened in the real world, then pin the crime on Kaito.
Well, that's not my fault.
Which is why she manually logged you out, just for that purpose.
So she did that to me?
Yes, I'm positive of that. Miu used a method only she could use to log Kaito out manually.
The cell phone.
This is it!
It was the cell phone found by Miu's avatar. That cell phone worked the same way as the phone in the salon. It logs users in and out. I verified this myself when I spoke Kaito's name into it.
Kaito Momota. You logged out just as I thought.
I see. With that cell phone, she could force anyone to log out at any time.
But Miu never mentioned a cell phone, right?
That's what Shuichi referred to when he mentioned a method only she could use. She kept the cell phone a secret on purpose, so she could use it for the murder.
So, she really was planning a murder.
And she tried to set me up.
Well, I knew that from the start.
Then why did you say I was the culprit?
Because I wanted to get it through your thick skull. People you trust and defend will ultimately betray you. This is a game of suspicion. Well, I think your ideals should stay the same. Because phonies like you are what make the game more interesting. Don't you agree, Monokuma?
Do I? I don't know about that. Huh? Oh, wait. What were we talking about?
I wonder when Daddy's gonna get his motivation back.
Yeah! If Father keeps slacking off, all the work is gonna get forced onto Mommy.
Huh? Mommy?
My head! I feel like I'm about to remember something, but I can't.
What's wrong, Monotaro? Pull yourself together!
I just realized this now, but the little ribbons around the Mono Cubs pictures are the color that they wear.
Anywho,
Mono
it's
Kids
a
is
blessing in
blue,
disguise that Miu died and
Monosuke
not
is
me.
yellow, and Monodams is green.
What you mean?
Cause she wouldn't have said anything about what really happened in the virtual world. You guys would have had a way harder time finding the culprit, you know. She would have been able to lie about the virtual world settings as much as she wanted. And you'd never know that the murder actually took place in the virtual world.
So that's why she decided to attempt a murder, because she had total control.
And the reason Miu was so insistent we go into the virtual world was...
You guys are only bitching because you haven't been to the virtual world yet. Once you go, you'll understand. Seriously, it's so fucking awesome. You guys will love it. And then you're gonna fall in love with me for showing it to you guys. So let's just dive right in, okay? We'll do it together.
She was insistent we go there so she could kill us. What a shady person.
I was sad that she was gone, but now I don't know what to think.
Nice! Backstabbed by a trusted friend. See? That's an ideal fun situation. Now we can start a real class trial.
Being a spy main in a nutshell. The last line.
Kokichi sort of sound like Monokuma.
Really? I don't sound anything like him.
No, you're just like Monokuma. Both of you are cowards. You never speak the truth or show your true face.
Wait, coward? You say some interesting things sometimes, Kaito.
Smiling, putting on a mask, never saying what you really think. That kind of cowardice is just like Monokuma.
Daddy, they're calling you a coward. Aren't you gonna do something?
Yeah, I just gotta do my signature laugh, right? There, I did it.
I'm really curious what that's like in Japanese, because I would love to see the oopoo poo poo, but like super depressed and
He's completely
unenthusiastic.
lost his drive. Like a one-hit wonder who clings to their former fame.
My head!
Listen up, Kokichi. To hell with this game of suspicion crap. I will never be okay with it. I'm just gonna believe in everyone. Instead of suspecting my friends, I'm gonna find the truth by believing in them.
Well, if you think you can win this game like that, then sure, be my guest.
Of course I can. I don't need your permission.
How long are you guys going to argue? Let's hurry this up and continue. If we don't find the culprit, then we'll all die, you know that?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
If we
God,
are going to
he's such
begin
an
searching for the
ass.
culprit, let's start with Kokichi's story.
Huh? My story?
You were meeting with Miu, but she ended up as the victim. So it's only natural for us to think you're the killer, right?
Here's my answer.
Oh my god, why? I didn't even click that time. I never met up with Miu. You did it?
I tried to go to the roof to meet up with her, but the door was locked.
But isn't lockpicking your specialty? You should have been able to open it easy.
I couldn't pick locks with my avatar body. I didn't have the tools for it either. Also, I never went to the roof, not even for the meeting.
I remember. You and Gonta went off together when we first started looking.
But was the door to the roof actually locked? When I was on the roof before logging out, the door wasn't locked.
Huh? How should I know?
Then who locks the door to the roof?
I already told you. How should I know?
When I went to the roof, it wasn't locked. So you gotta be lying.
What good would it be if I lied? I don't want to die either, you know.
Lying would do you a lot of good if you're the culprit.
Oh, I see. I didn't realize that.
What kind of response is that? That's suspicious as hell!
Wait, there's no point in arguing about that now. The truth will come out eventually. Before we get to that, we need to discover the truth behind Mew's death. Truth? There were mysterious circumstances surrounding her death. We need to make sense of those first.
Wow, Shuichi, you know your way around this game. Yes, keep up the hard work. The fate of our lives rests in your hands.
So, what is this strange circumstance?
Kokichi claims it was Mew who chose the meeting place. But I'm wondering how she got from the chapel to the mansion's roof.
I see. Mew sent the bridge connecting the mansion and chapel into the river herself.
Whoops, my hand slipped.
If that's the case, then Mew might not have even gone to the roof.
Huh? So she stood me up? It's very rude to break a promise.
It's true. First we need to determine if Mew was actually there or not. Did she go? Or was she never on the roof at all?
Mew was waiting for me to arrive.
Oops.
I'm sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
No, Mew should have been at the chapel. If you look at where...
Oh wait, what?
her avatar fell. It's right next to the chapel.
How would she have gotten to the mansion? There was no bridge over the river.
What was her account? Saw Mew's avatar through the window.
A bridge would be the only way to get across.
So, her meeting with Kokichi...
She stood me up!
First glance, it seems as if it's impossible to go to the mansion. I see some evidence as
Mew
though
was
it's
waiting for
possible.
me to arrive. I'm sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
No, Mew should have been at the chapel.
It is that, okay.
That's wrong!
Mew must have gone to the mansion. We have a witness.
Yeah, when I was searching the dining room, I saw Mew pass by the window.
Then why didn't you say so sooner?
Sorry, I thought I was just mistaken at first, since there was no way she could have come to the mansion. But I guess I wasn't mistaken after all. That was definitely Mew.
Then, how did she get to the mansion from the chapel?
It must have been some special method only Mew knew, like with that cell phone.
There's no doubt about that. That's why she dropped the bridge. If a murder occurred when it was impossible to cross the river, she wouldn't be implicated. She used a secret method to move from the chapel to the mansion for the murder.
She dropped the bridge to make a huge scene just to let everyone know it's no longer there.
So, what secret method did she use?
It won't be that easy to figure out. It's called a secret method for a reason.
No worries, guys. As long as we leave it to Shuichi, everything will be A-OK.
What?
What are you saying? We can't just rely on Shuichi all the time. This class trial's for all of us. We're here to solve this together.
You would just slow down Shuichi.
Shut up!
don't have time to deal with Kokichi right now. I need to focus on the case. I'm positive that Miyu used to use some kind of special method to get to the mansion. I don't know why I have a southern accent when I yawn. Okay, I just have to figure out what it was. That was not even a good southern accent.
The way across it only Mew knew about.
Like a hidden bridge besides that signboard, maybe.
Or instead of bridge, Mew used some kind of vehicle to go over.
Or maybe she teleported with magic. Or she used a warp zone.
Maybe there's a place you could cross without a bridge.
A hidden route that only Mew could use to get across. I suppose it is possible she used that to change places.
Man, you guys are way off! Or maybe I'm just pulling your legs!
So method only Miyu knows. She tampered with the program. It's hard to imagine that has nothing to do with it. I'm sure she
The way
changed
across it
something.
only Mew knew about.
Like a hidden bridge besides that signboard, maybe.
Yeah, it's gotta be the wall.
Or instead of bridge,
Question is, which one do I add
Mew
it on?
used some kind
I'm
of
guessing
vehicle to go over.
the one where it's like
Or
a one
maybe
only
she
she
teleported
knew
with
about.
magic. Or she used a warp zone.
Maybe there's a place you could cross without a bridge.
A hidden route that only Mew could use to get across.
There we go.
I agree. That's it, Kibo. There was a hidden route only Mew could use.
Was there really?
Mew modified the program to add a special wall to the world. The wall stretches along the y-axis, but we found 2 such walls in the virtual world. It's unclear whether Mew added the wall by the mansion or the wall near the chapel. We do know that that wall was set so that only objects could pass through.
Don't be naive, Shuichi.
That scared me actually. I was not expecting an interruption. What is it, Kaito?
Kai?
Oh,
Jeez,
right, I don't have to
you
read
set up
shit.
a weird wall
Whoops.
like that? That is suspicious, but it's got nothing to do with what we were talking about.
Nothing to do with it.
You don't even realize your mistake? You losing your edge? Oh well, my sidekick's mistakes are my mistakes. I'll make it right.
Shuichi's face. Shuichi honestly has some great expressions that accurately describe the situations.
What we gotta figure out is how Mew got from the chapel to the mansion. So why waste time talking about the... It's pointless. We gotta take a whole new approach here.
Now wait just a second. It's not actually impossible at all.
But you just said so, didn't you? That wall Mew set up
Oops.
only lets non-human objects go through it. Humans aren't able to pass through. So Mew obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an object after all. You get it? So
I
let's
just went
go
through the
this
word I was
one
supposed
more
to
time.
chop. God damn it.
But you just said so, didn't you? That wall Mew set up only lets non-human objects go through. Humans aren't able to pass through. So Mew obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an
There we
object after all. I'll cut through your words.
The wall wasn't the only thing that Mew changed. She also changed her avatar settings from human to object.
From human to object?
Which means the virtual world treated her avatar as an object. She could have passed through a wall that only non-humans could go through.
Is that right?
Don't get ahead of yourself, Kaito. We need to listen to everything Shuichi says. I already told you, the more you try, the more you cause us trouble. It's so totally lame that your own sidekick is dissing you!
Kokichi, enough! I wasn't arguing with him. I was just explaining.
I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all. It just means even I make mistakes. Don't worry about it, Shuichi.
Okay.
It's pretty funny seeing Kaito try to act all tough like this.
Kokichi, please refrain from making such irrelevant and irrational remarks.
So, if Mew messed with the program and made a wall only she could go through,
Then her secret route was through that wall?
that's it, right? Like using a glitch in a game to walk outside the map. I bet Mew had a hidden passage like that in the back of the chapel.
But even if she could walk through walls, was there really a hidden passage? Because Mew said...
You're not trapped here. Beyond the wall is the end of the world, literally. Past that wall, nothing exists. Everything ends there.
She probably lied. There would be no point in going if there was nothing on the other side.
Mew lied. Huh.
I wonder what the truth is. There's no way to find out now.
That cum-soaked urinal cake was totally lying about there being nothing past the wall.
Okay, our amazing insults aren't gone yet.
She lived a life of pride, vulgarity, and secrets. Lying would be a piece of cake for her.
Kokichi, you no have to go that far.
Stop it! Don't badmouth Mommy!
Ah, you remembered.
Listen to you, talking about Mommy like she was a terrible lying whore. But Mommy wasn't lying. There was no hidden route in that virtual world.
Oh, there wasn't, huh?
Hey! You can't tell them such an important hint!
Oh, if you say that hint is important, then I guess it must be true.
Oh, shoot!
Yeah.
Ah, jeez. You're lucky you're cute.
Kokichi saying all that stuff about Mew to get the Cubs. Wait, saying all that stuff about Mew to get the Cubs to reveal something. I guess I should thank him, but I have no idea why he does things sometimes.
So now that we know there's no hidden route, why did she manipulate the program? If there's actually nothing past the wall, then that setting was meaningless.
Mew wouldn't have done something meaningless. She would have had a plan.
Yes. Mew definitely wanted to be able to go through that wall for a reason. We aren't sure why yet, but once we solve the mystery of the virtual world...
Mystery of virtual world?
There have been a lot of strange occurrences in the virtual world. If we can determine why, we will also determine what Mew was up to. We'll know why she wanted to pass through the wall.
All right, let's clear up those strange occurrences.
Yeah, Gonta will help, even though Gonta not know what you're talking about.
Speaking of strange occurrences, I'm just plain worried about that one thing. Remember? That thing that made us notice all the strange occurrences?
The loud sound. Vincent led us there. Oh, there it is.
This is it! You mean the loud sound that you and I heard in the kitchen?
What was that sound? It sounded as if something was struck very hard. It came from outside, but...
Hmm? You all heard that sound too?
Yes, in the mansion's kitchen.
But that sound occurred near the chapel. How did you hear it all the way at the mansion?
First off, sound can't go past the map loading point. Did that sound really come from the chapel?
That sound was something hitting the chapel wall. It was real loud.
And we definitely heard it. We heard Kibo's voice as well.
For now, let's go outside and check. Oh no. What? That's Kibo's voice, right? I think I heard him outside. He sounded close.
You heard my voice too?
What? That is pretty strange.
Exactly. That has to be some kind of clue to the mystery of the virtual world.
Okay, well, let's check the answers later and try to find all the other clues first. There was another mysterious phenomenon in the virtual world, wasn't there?
Kokichi talked like he noticed something. pretending not to know?
Even Gonta is suspicious of me? I always thought you would be the one to trust me!
Sorry, going to not mean it like that.
There's no need to apologize to him. He's probably just lying again.
What was the other strange occurrence? Did you see it, Shuichi?
Other mysterious phenomenon. So it shouldn't be possible, like Mew in the mansion and that loud noise, the sign. I remember everything else that happened in there. Oh, this, okay. Oh, for fuck's sake. There we go. I don't know what the hell that friggin' skill I equipped did then, because I thought it made it so that you could just see a bit of it and right click it.
Was odd to me.
Odd how?
We mentioned it before, but Mew dropped the sign in the river.
Whoops, my hand slipped.
We found it later, but there was something unnatural about it.
Finding that sign was definitely weird. I'm most confused by how the sign got there. I should remember exactly what happened with the sign. Alright, here we go. Oh, we doing Heyman's Gambit? Nope, Psychic Taxi again. Also, okay, I love this minigame. Oh, the box is moving. That's cool. Oh, there's that picture of Sugumi again. Samugi. Samuji. I don't fucking know. Oh, well, I missed one. Ugh. Is the sound being swept away? Should be right when she dropped in the river, right? Next question. Oh, there's that picture of Mew and Oma again. Or Kichi, whatever you want to call them. Where was the end of the river? Oh, there's 4 phases this time as opposed to 3. That's cool. Every other time it's been 3 so far. Chapter 7. That's a long question. It's okay, I didn't hit the car. I spoke too soon. Holy shit, does that slow you down? Oh, I got all I needed anyway. At least the time more found after it was swept away. Where's the fourth person gonna go? Because there's no room. Oh, I'm gonna hit the car. Rip. Compared to the river's current, which way did the signboard float? I guess. Oh, okay. She just goes in between those two. I was curious where we would go.
It appeared as though the sign was carried against the river's current. We all saw Mew drop the sign and watched the river carry it downstream. And the river was wide there. The sign should have traveled downriver toward the chapel, correct? It should have hit the wall on the far side of the chapel and stopped there. But that's not where we found it. We found it near the mansion, nestled in some rocks.
The signboard should have been near the chapel, but we found it on the other side.
Hold up. Didn't you stay on the chapel side? She probably grabbed the signboard from the chapel wall to cross the river. Then left it on the boulders near the mansion so she could get back.
Why would she leave the signboard where it could get swept away and leave her stranded?
Also, this has nothing to do with walking through the wall, right? We're getting off topic. We're so close to the truth. We just have to connect the how and what. All the mysterious things that happened have to connect with each other somehow.
Connect how?
A wall only objects can pass through. Sounds that shouldn't be heard. A signboard going against the river current. How are they all connected?
They loop.
I don't know, but Shuichi should know, right?
What?
We would be in a lot of trouble if you didn't. The only one who can solve this mystery and save us all is you.
So, how are they connected? Do you know, Shuichi?
Ah, well, what we know so far is that the unnatural way the sign was carried is possibly related to the wall.
Wait, what? Carried on the river.
This is it!
Okay. The way it was
might have to
worded
do with
confused
a
me.
wall that only objects can pass through. The sign should have stopped at the wall on the other side of the chapel. But if that wall happened to be the one that Mew set to allow objects through,
I see. It's a wall only non-humans can pass through. That means the signboard can pass through the wall, right?
Even if it could pass through the chapel wall, how did it end up by the mansion?
The only way it could do that is if the wall was a warp zone. But it's not, right?
That's right. That's the real issue here. How could the signboard pass through the wall but end up on the mansion side? What would explain that?
Leave it to me, Shuichi. I, your partner, will give you hints in times of trouble.
What?
This is the virtual world. We should throw away all of our common sense, okay?
Huh? The hell does that even mean?
Koichi might be onto something there. We need to forget about what what we know and just think about it. How did the signboard pass through the wall downstream and end up upstream? Putting common sense aside and focusing on the flow of the river on the signboard.
That's it! What if both ends of the river were connected?
Huh? Both ends of river connected?
Exactly. To put it another way, the river isn't cut off at the wall near the chapel. It's all part of one big loop. The upstream part of the river is connected to it.
What? What are you talking about? Both ends of the river can't...
Again, throw out all common sense from your head. We're talking about the virtual world.
Then what about the wall? There was only one wall that could be passed through.
Right. Even if the river's connected and it goes through the chapel wall, it wouldn't have been able to go through the mansion wall too.
Wait, in that case...
I got it! I know why Mew only set up one wall.
What are you talking about now?
The reason she only set up one wall is because the chapel and the mansion walls... Okay, that's not what I meant.
No.
Oh. Okay, that's what I was thinking of. I just read them wrong. I read it as like
by the chapel and the mansion
they're the same wall.
They're
like,
the same wall.
I had the same way of thinking. I just chose the wrong answer on wording.
The same wall? It's not just the river. The walls themselves are connected.
I was thinking like they're the exact wall or they're the exact same or whatever it was. I was thinking as like, oh, they're the exact same
Don't
wall,
think of
right?
it as two separate walls, but a single wall parallel to the y-axis. That single wall divides the entire virtual world. The idea is, you pass through the wall by the chapel and come out by the mansion.
Everything is starting to connect. See, didn't I tell you? Everything is connected.
Damn it, Kokichi! Just tell us...
It's okay. More importantly, this is the final stretch! If both the river and wall are connected, then you can find the secret. Shuichi, you already know the secret behind the virtual world, right?
Secret, huh? Yes, I suppose we should clear that up. We need to solve the mystery of the virtual world. Oh, now we're doing He-Man's Candle. No. It's not repeat. A world. A world. not loot. Limit? I see an eye? No. Oh, world loads? Maybe? Oh, loops! As in plural. Okay, that makes sense. And I just need an S. Boom, done. Yeah, I knew what it was. I was trying to think of what words it would be.
Yes, that's it. The virtual world is a loop. Loop?
Just like in old games, right? Like
Ah, fuck.
when a character goes off the left side of the screen and reappears on the right.
Yes, exactly. The edges of the virtual world are linked together in a continuous loop.
The virtual world loops?
What in the world?
If that's true, it would explain the way the signboard was swept away. It vanished into the wall downstream of the river, came out of that same wall upstream, and floated with the current until it got caught on the rocks.
What was the world like before Mew added the wall?
Actually, there wasn't a wall on the y-axis at all, and the x-axis was set to loop.
Are you serious? Even if it is a computer program, isn't that too crazy?
A looping world. That's more extraordinary than even magic.
But at least it's not a boring answer. It also explains all the things that happened.
Huh? It doesn't explain everything, does it? Because we still don't know why we heard that one sound or Kibo's voice.
Yeah, sound doesn't go past the map loading point.
But it goes in the opposite direction.
Actually, if we know that the world is a loop, we can explain that as well.
Huh? Really?
Yes, but first we need to be clear where the loop starts.
Where the loop
Oh,
starts.
at the loading point. That makes sense. That makes so
Doesn't
much
it loop
sense.
at the walls next to the mansion and chapel?
Not necessarily. If we heard a noise at the chapel from inside the mansion, then the loop... There! The map loading point was where the virtual world looped. We thought the loading point was in the middle of the map. But the loading point was actually at the edges.
So the wall Mew created wasn't at the edges of the world, but rather, her wall was at the center of the world.
I see. So the mansion and chapel were near each other, with a wall between them. And any sounds emitted near the chapel would also reach the mansion. The wall only allows non-humans to pass through, so sound should be able to pass through easily.
That's right. That's how the virtual world works.
Impressive, Shuichi! For you to get this far! Yes! Yes! You are useful indeed!
I love his fucking voice actor. I doubt I would be absolutely shocked, but if you're watching this, fucking kudos to you.
For you to get this far, what are you, some villain pulling the strings?
Nope. Mew pulled the strings here, not me. Remember? Mew also set this trap. It all began when Mew showed us the map. Because of the map, we mistakenly thought the loading point was at the center, which in turn made the mansion and chapel seem farther away from each other.
But the structure of the world wasn't actually like that.
This reminds me of the Grape
There
Tower,
was a
Strawberry
wall
Tower
along the
thing in Danganronpa
y-axis,
2.
and the x-axis came around in a loop.
Except
By
less
putting
trippy
that wall in the center of that world, she cut off the loop.
and
So
disorienting.
ever since Mew showed us that map,
In my
we were
opinion.
caught in her trap. But we solved this mystery thanks to Shuichi. All hail our savior!
Yeah, if Shuichi wasn't here, then we never would have solved this mystery.
That's right. Good work, Shuichi.
Thanks, Shuichi. You saved us.
You're welcome.
Except we're not done yet.
Just because we found out the virtual world's secret doesn't mean we can take it easy yet. Actually, this culprit hunt just got to the exciting part. Even if we know all the tricks, it's pretty meaningless if we don't find the culprit. That's how a class trial works, after all!
Kokichi talking like Monokuma again.
No matter what you say, I'm not gonna believe your lies. I'm gonna believe in everyone. That's how I'm gonna reach the truth.
I can't wait to see what happens next!
What's Kokichi's plan here? He's definitely prodding at Kaido on purpose. Well, there's no time for distractions like him. What we have to do now is find the culprit who killed Mew. It doesn't matter how many little mysteries we solve. If we can't find the culprit, it would all be for nothing. But I still don't know for sure who it could be. Who used Mew's own plan against her to kill her? Who killed Mew? Oh, are we at the, yeah, intermission. Yes. Man, I'm bushed. For fuck's sake, I got no motivation at all. And Monofanine's period is late too. Father, why do you know Monofanine's cycle?
And another thing.
Never mind that. Perhaps this lack of motivation is due to a lack of hibernation.
Yeah?
Lack of hibernation? Yeah, I haven't been sleeping well lately. So I haven't really been able to hibernate. I don't know how to do a depressed Monokuma voice. That's awful. What could be causing it?
Ah!
Is it cause you is it cause you have a lot on your mind?
Huh?
Hmm. Is it cause the graveyard shift pays a better hourly wage?
Huh?
Does it actually? I'm curious. That would make sense as like a motivation to try and go there, but
Really?
is it cause you don't want them to think you're just goofing around?
Huh?
Hmm? Is it cause you want to stay friends?
Huh?
Hmm? Is it cause you want to watch it in real time? Father? He's gone into hibernation. We should let him be. Yeah, you're right. Night night. Alright, that was a thing that happened. That's probably the weirdest Monokuma theater in my opinion. And that's saying a lot, because the Monokuma theater by definition is fucking weird.
I feel like I'm forgetting someone important to me, but I just can't. My head hurts so much. I just can't remember.
Have you forgotten? Maybe that's for the best. From this point forward, let's start a new life for ourselves. After all, our baby is excited to meet his daddy, you know?
Daddy? Wait, what? I'm gonna be a father?
Well, again, that was a thing that happened.
A colossal death flag. I'll be surprised if he doesn't die after that.
More importantly, let's continue the conversation where we left off.
We understand Mew plotted the murder, but we need to find out who killed her.
And in order to figure that out, we need to understand Mew's actions. So let's discuss her murder scheme step by step.
I know that's important, but hearing you lead the conversation really pisses me off.
Let's see. Mew manipulated the virtual world to use it as part of her murder plan.
Don't just ignore me and start anyway.
If she had succeeded, she would have gone past the wall between the chapel and mansion. And then wham! Murdered me on the roof with the hammer.
She would make the murder seem like it happened in the real world, and then
Oh
As
shit.
for Mew's alibi in the
I
real
keep
world,
doing that by
she
accident.
could say she was locked into the virtual world. And in the virtual world, she could say she was near the chapel the entire time.
She'd make an excuse about how she couldn't reach the mansion because of the fallen bridge.
Whoops, my hand slipped.
She dropped the bridge on purpose so she could separate the chapel from the mansion. Then secretly passed through the wall she installed and took advantage of the loop. After, she headed to where we were supposed to meet up, the mansion's rooftop. Oh yeah, Kaito was probably logged out around that time too.
That's when I saw Mew.
Problem is, because of her murder plans, we don't even know where she was killed.
she was killed on the roof, right? Kokichi told us the roof door was locked and that he couldn't get through.
Maybe that when culprit killed her.
That's probably what happened. The culprit killed her on the locked roof.
Did the culprit lock the door to the roof?
Perhaps. I don't think Mew did it. If Mew did lock it, she would have done it when she called Kokichi to the roof. Even if someone came up, I don't believe she would change the target of her plan.
Yeah.
She knew that Kokichi would come up later. Locking the door would be suspicious.
Well, it's possible she didn't even think that far ahead.
She was smart, but she was also really, really dumb.
No say such mean things. Killing game bad. Not Mew. Mew not bad person. Going to think we could have been friends if things different.
That might have been difficult, even without this killing game.
Even without the killing game.
That wouldn't happen.
Nuh-uh. No way, Jose.
Anyway,
Poor
let's
Gonta.
continue the discussion. If Mew was killed on the roof of the mansion, the culprit must have moved Mew's avatar to the chapel after killing her, right?
So the next thing we should talk about is how they moved her avatar.
Now we know the mansion and chapel were actually next to each other. But the problem is the wall between them.
Only Mew was able to go through that wall. The culprit wouldn't have been able to.
Then you're saying the culprit sent Mew's avatar through that wall?
Yeah, that's the only way, right?
But how did the culprit send Mew's avatar through the wall? I mean, it's not like they could have thrown her.
Go to not throw her!
We know. You couldn't because the avatar's physical strength was equalized.
Physical strength equalized? That problem. Going to know can protect everyone if that happens.
Jeez, keep up with us. We're already in the second half of the class trial.
How did they send Mew's avatar to the other side of the wall? Maybe that thing has something to do with it. You know, the loud sound you heard?
What was that sound?
Because of that sound, you guys went to the side of the chapel. Right, Keyboy? That's when you found the dead Mew there, right? If so, then I think that sound and her avatar being by the chapel are related.
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that noise is related to this case. We need to figure out what that sound could have been. It might be the clue we need to solve this case. So what was it? It sounded like something slamming hard into something else. So what were those two things? It could be the sound we heard, like two objects colliding.
That's it! I think the sound came from Mew's avatar hitting the chapel wall. The hammer, cell phone, and lattice were there, but they were too small to make that noise. Ruling those out, the only other explanation is that the sound was Mew colliding with a wall.
If that's the case, Mew's avatar must have hit the chapel wall really hard. We felt the impact all the way from the inside of the chapel.
Yeah, that's the real question. Mew's avatar probably hit the chapel's wall with pretty considerable force. But why did it hit the wall with such force? Can you guys figure it out?
Hold on, Kokichi. What's up with the way you're talking? Why are you talking like you know everything?
Let's not worry about that right now. More importantly, we gotta solve the mystery. Fighting among friends is a waste of time.
Friends? Us?
Anyway, can we talk about that after we figure this problem out?
A way of transporting Mew's avatar that would cause it to crash into the chapel.
Getting Mew's avatar to crash into a chapel from the mansion's roof. There's only one way I can think of how to do that.
Hey, Shuichi, as your partner, I'll give you a little hint.
Your what?
Since the mansion
That's what I was
on top of
thinking.
a hill, the roof was pretty high up, right? Past the brick handrail, the roof was at a pretty steep slope, and the slope faced the chapel wall. On top of that, there was snow on the roof.
And they used a little sheet thing to maybe make her sled down.
If the culprit needed force to move the body, I wonder how they did it.
Kichi is talking as if he's got the whole thing figured out already. Because that would explain it though. Because then the cell phone... Alright, so if they use that mat thing to slide her down and make her go sledding and she smashed into a wall, that would explain her corpse being there, the sled being there, and then the hammer is there, as that's the weapon Mew was going to use on Kokichi until the plan went south. And she had the phone on her as well, so that's why that's there. That would explain every single item in that pile. But I can't let him distract me. I need to solve the case. How to make Mew hit the chapel wall from the roof of the mansion. I'm going to find the answer. Oh shit! And I can't remember what it's called now. Damn it! Sled? Ah, yes! Or possibly slide. Looks like slide. Oh, slid. Off. Don't say any more F's. There we go. Off. Roof. Boom. I found that one out fairly quickly.
The culprit used the sloped roof as a slide for Mew's avatar.
Slide? Nah, man. Even with the slope and the snow, Mew's body wouldn't have slid.
Wrong. It would slide.
But the avatars can generate friction. We wouldn't have been able to walk otherwise. So I doubt that it would have had that much momentum.
No. It would slide.
It wouldn't slide, just like Maki Roll said.
It would slide, just like Shumai said.
Who the hell is Shumai?
Oh, he's a pupil of Ramen Man. Sorry, my hobby slipped in.
I'm positive that that's how Mew's avatar was moved, but the culprit used something else to help her body slide. I know what that is! It's the mat. Soundboard.
Even
Yeah,
if your
why,
avatar
the
fell
lattice.
off roof,
The lettuce.
would it slide off that quickly?
Well, duh, it would.
If it made that much noise, it must have built up a lot of speed.
Lots of snow piled up on roof. But not frozen solid, right?
You'd still slide, though.
In the real world, it might be difficult. But in the virtual world, perhaps not.
That's not the issue. Sliding down snow is easy to do. You just need a sled or skis to cut the friction.
There was nothing like that.
Boom.
That's wrong!
No, wait. There was something that could have been used to help slide Mew's body. Do you remember the lattice that was found by Mew's avatar? The culprit later on top of that, then used it as a sled on the roof. I did notice the lattice in the storage room when I first looked.
So that's what was missing. Okay.
But during the investigation, I saw that it was gone.
The lattice that was found next to the chapel is the one that disappeared from the roof? Then that's it. The culprit used the lattice as a sled.
Ding, ding, ding! That's correct! After the culprit killed Mew on the rooftop, they placed her corpse on a sled.
Ah, that's adorable. The little culprit gray naked guy
And
avatar.
slid her down the roof's steep slope.
That's cute.
The sled picked up speed, flew off the roof, glided through the wall only objects could pass through, and hit the chapel.
The impact made all of her belongings scattered,
Yep.
including the hammer and cell phone.
So I got this kit right.
Just
I'm
like
happy.
that hedgehog who loses all his rings whenever he crashes into stuff.
And that's a Sonic the Hedgehog reference.
I hate that guy and his worldwide fame and his stupid games, and I hate that hedgehog!
And I'm pretty sure that's something Robotnik says in like one of the old cartoons of him.
Daddy, I'm glad you're feeling motivated again, but you shouldn't be so hateful. That'd be an example to our new family.
Yeah, Father. Or should I start calling you grandfather now?
Now that we know how the body slid down,
...
we're just one step away from the culprit. Well, Shuichi, do you know who the culprit is?
The culprit.
Yeah. In the end, we'll still need to guess the culprit, huh?
But Gonta can't believe one of us killed Mew.
However, since we know she was killed on the roof, we can narrow down the list of suspects.
I feel like it's either Gonta or Kaido.
Meaning, the culprit must be someone who was investigating the mansion. Aside from you, the people at the chapel could not go through the wall or cross the river.
Because I don't know what the hell happened to
The
Gonta.
suspects
Yeah.
are Kaito, Samugi, Shuichi, and Gonta.
Yeah, Sugumi was next to me, in the room next to me. I was investigating that room. Kaido was on the roof and then logged out early, which could be the cell phone, or he could have killed Mew and then bailed out of fear or anger, whatever. And then Gonta is off doing Gonta things. I
That's
don't know
real
what Gonta is
sneaky,
doing.
leaving yourself off the list.
Ooh, you got me.
That's right, 5 suspects. Me, Samugi, Gonta, Kokichi, and Kaido. We don't know enough to name the culprit yet, but one of them is suspicious. When we were talking about the rooftop, they clearly lied. For what reason would they have to lie? I had to press them for information before making any judgments. Nope, it's not that. Talking about I wouldn't lie. I wouldn't say anything I screwed up. Did Gonta say anything about it? Nope, okay, yeah, no, it's Kokichi. I guess Kokichi just seemed too obvious.
It's you! Kokichi, there's something I need to know.
What do you need to know?
Why did you lie just now?
Which lie are you talking about, Shuichi? I lie a lot, so you'll need to jog my memory.
Fine. I'll expose your lie right now.
So I went to roof. Not. I never went to the roof. Not even for the meeting. Oh, because he appeared before we had the sign, right? Yeah, it all began when Mew showed us this map. That probably. Wait, that's probably what happened. The copper killed her on the locked roof. Oh, he said he never went. But then he said the roof was locked. Oh, there's a blue color now. That's cool. I like that blue shade of blue. It's cute. Oh, and there's a words now? That's weird. Oh, well, balls. That's stuck like that now. Okay, so these are the statements I have to show which one's the lie, I guess. And it's gonna be this one here. Also, I never went to the meeting. Fuck.
I see it.
I'm really bad at that find thing. It's a nice minigame. I really like it. But
You said.
I'm not even for the meeting.
But later, you said.
Since the mansion, the roof is pretty high up, right? Past the brick hammer roof. Slow place the chapel right on top of that. There's snow on the roof.
That's a lot of specific information. Stuff you wouldn't know if you hadn't been there.
Didn't you come up with this
Now that
originally?
you mention it,
Like
how
when we
did you
all
know
went
all
up
that
to the roof?
stuff?
You could probably see the steep slope of the roof from outside the mansion. But you wouldn't know about the brick handrail unless you went up to the roof yourself.
Huh? What?
What's this all about, Kokichi? Did you actually go to the rooftop?
I didn't. I already told you that before.
Why you look so nervous?
Is this a sincere reaction?
But there's no evidence that proves I went to the roof. Wait, I remember now. That thing Himiko said.
Me?
At the start of the class trial, I remember you saying the handrail was made of bricks. Ooh, you so clumsy, girl. Gotta be more careful there, Himiko.
Is it my fault?
Did Himiko really say that?
She totally said that.
No, she didn't.
Do we have a court recorder?
She did.
She did not.
She did too.
Then when? Tell me how long ago. In hours, minutes, and seconds.
What a worthless fight!
Stop them, Grandpa! All this terrible fighting is bad for the baby!
What fucking baby is this?
Yeah, grandfather. Stop them before your grandkid is born.
Although that would explain why the period is in here, now that I stop and think about it. Which are words I really wish I never had to say,
I'm not
actually.
gonna apologize, cause Himiko said it.
At least in this,
So
especially in
damn
this
stubborn.
context.
How much longer are you going to behave like this?
We don't have time for this. But Kokichi is stubborn. He won't fess up no matter what. If he's being stubborn, it makes me think he has something to hide. To get him to show his hand, I have to prove he was on the roof. I might not like it, but I have to be aggressive. If we don't get the whole truth out now, everyone's lives are in danger. Oh, I have to be aggressive. Do I have to lie then?
I didn't go to the roof.
I've had enough of your lies, man.
I'm not lying. The rooftop door was locked and I couldn't open it.
So what did Kokichi do?
I turned back at one.
Agreed to meet with Miu on the rooftop, but because of that, he returned to the salon to decide to search there. Confirm whether or not Kokichi was actually in the salon. Okay.
Yes, of course. And stayed in the salon the whole time, you know?
I didn't mean to do that.
Liars burn in hell, you know?
This place is
lying,
already
I'll
hell.
set your pants on fire!
There was a thing. That was
That's
a thing.
fine, because I'm not lying.
That was a
Then why do you
silencer.
look so nervous?
The white noise line. That's what it's called. That you had to hit multiple times. That's the first one I've seen in this game.
I
Like
didn't
fire,
go to the
fire.
roof.
Yeah, it's gotta be a lie then.
I've had enough of your lies, man.
I'm not lying. The rooftop door was locked and I couldn't open it.
So what did Kokichi do?
I turned back at once, of course. And stayed in the salon the whole time, you know?
Prove that in line, you can't write. Okay, so I'm guessing I have to agree with him then.
Damn it! I didn't go to the roof.
I've had enough of your lies, man.
I'm not lying. The rooftop door was locked and I couldn't open it.
So what did Kokichi do?
I turned back at once, of course. And stayed in the salon the whole time.
Liars burn
No!
in hell, you know?
Bitch baby!
If you're lying, I'll set your pants on fire!
That's fine, because I'm not lying.
Then why do you look so nervous?
I didn't go to the roof.
I've had enough of your lies, man.
I'm not lying. The rooftop door was locked and I couldn't open it.
So what did Kokichi do?
Come on.
I turned back at once, of course. And stayed in the salon the whole time, you know?
Yeah, fuck the V spot. Just
I'll
get it.
reveal the truth. Kokichi, you're lying right now, aren't you?
Huh? Lying about what?
Just before the murder occurred, I went to the salon to check on you, but you weren't there.
What? Really?
I waited there for a while. You never showed up.
Oh.
What's this all about, Kokichi? Didn't you go right back to the salon after finding the roof door locked?
But no one's gonna believe him.
You use underhanded tactics too, huh, Shuichi? So who are you guys gonna believe? Shuichi or me?
Well, of
Yeah,
course
wonder.
I'm gonna believe Shuichi.
I believe Shuichi 100%.
Is this gonna be the scrum debate?
The one who's not Kokichi.
The one who's not Kokichi.
100 house points. No. Himiko points to Shuichi.
And we got a Harry Potter reference.
But to go to the salon, Shuichi would need to pass by me in
Oh.
the dining room. I wonder why I didn't notice Shuichi there.
He's like, oh fuck.
Oh well. I'll believe Shuichi anyway. He's usually right about stuff.
Get fucked.
Sorry, but I'm going to believe Shuichi too.
So I guess this isn't a split opinion thing then.
I see. I wanted at least Gonta to believe me.
What comes around goes around. That's what happens to liars like you.
Why do you guys hate lies that much? There's only one truth, but endless possibilities for lies, you know? And some of them are only white lies, or lies to be kind to people. If you deny all of that just because it's a lie, then that means you guys are just terrible at being lied to. Seriously, the worst!
Just spit it out already. You went to the roof, didn't you?
Isn't that where he met up with Miu?
No, he didn't just meet her there. He probably
Okay, fine. I'll tell you if you want to know that badly. Consider this my revenge.
Revenge?
You got some balls lying to me. I'm gonna take away your fun for pissing me off, Shuichi. I won't let you do any detective work, or deduction, or mystery solving, or anything.
Oh?
And just,
So,
oh?
I'll confess everything. You guys better listen carefully.
Confess.
A confession? So you are the culprit after all.
I came up with a plan after Miu asked me to meet up with her.
What is with this bubble?
She asked me pretty eagerly, too. So I decided to pry some info out of her. She gave me the rundown of the virtual world before she explained it to you guys. As I listened, I realized she was planning a murder. On me, no less. When I investigated the virtual world, I found out that a person can die from shock. Without a doubt, she planned to use that for my murder. So that's when I decided to prepare my own crime with her plan. I pretended to cooperate with her and lured everyone into the virtual world. That's also why I worked together with Monokuma.
You work together with Monokuma?
I guess the jig is up. Yeah, everything he said is true. Kokichi came to me with an idea to make the killing game more interesting. It was such a good idea, I decided to place a motive in the killing game simulator.
You added a motive? Then the secret of the outside world is the motive, right?
No fair! Monokuma can't take sides!
I didn't help him with anything, and I had nothing to do with the murder itself. He merely suggested a way to spice up the killing game, and I accepted. Kokichi and I had a quid pro quo relationship. Technically, that doesn't violate the rules.
Bullshit! No matter how you look at it, you guys are working together.
Calm down. I'll explain my relationship with Monokuma, so let me finish my confession.
I'm fine with that, but you're confessing without much of a fight.
I told you. I'm gonna get in the way by taking away the mystery-solving fun. If I can't win this game, then I'll make it boring for everyone. That's my revenge. Well then, the culprit is Gonta.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Huh?
What did you...
Wait! When did Gonta kill Mew?
That's a lie! He didn't kill her! Kokichi's just lying!
Now you're trying to pin things on Gonta? Do you really expect us to believe such an obvious lie?
Yeah, there's no way Gonta could commit a murder this complicated.
He's not smart.
He's not
It's
smart.
my turn now. The truth is, Gonta and I worked together. We formed a duo to end this killing game. As the Killing Game Busters!
What Busters?
We must win this killing game in order to end this killing game.
What you mean, we?
By the way, I came up with a murder plan, and Gonta carried it out.
Gonta what?
Why are you more surprised by that than the first thing he said?
'Cause Gonta have no idea what he's talking about.
Come on, quit lying and tell us the truth.
Gonta is telling the truth! He's not someone who lies all the time like you!
And no matter how naive Gonta may be, I doubt he would ever team up with Kokichi.
Yeah, not after insect meet and greet incident.
I was gonna say, he technically has in the past, but I thought he
It's
learned his
obvious
lesson.
what he's trying to do. Gonta doesn't understand the virtual world, so Kokichi's trying to trick him. He's trying to sacrifice Gonta to escape from his crime.
You're a terrible person! How dare you use Gonta like that?
You're right. I'm sorry. I did something horrible to Gonta. I didn't want Shuichi to hog all the glory, so I told everyone the truth.
Cut that out. I told you it's not gonna work.
Don't you think I could have pulled the strings and made Gonta carry out my commands?
It doesn't matter if it's possible or not, because I say it's just impossible.
It does matter. There's no need to bring emotions into class trials. All we need is logical thinking.
Isn't that just what he admitted to
Right,
doing? He's
Shuichi?
angry at Shuichi, so he's gonna annoy him.
What?
Gonta not understand what's going on. But still, Gonta not kill Mew. Gonta really not know anything. And also, Gonta not tell lies. And Gonta not make trouble for others. 'Cause that not how gentlemen act. That why Gonta not culprit.
Yeah, Gonta's not lying. I can tell just by looking at him.
I already used my magic to check. Gonta's definitely not lying.
Then let me ask you guys. If it's not Gonta, then who's the culprit?
You, of course!
Come on! There's already proof that I couldn't have killed Mew.
There's already proof?
Oh, did you forget already? Then let me make it clear again. Why I can't be the culprit!
Oh, it's that horrifying sprite again.
I am not the culprit.
I'm guessing it's
Didn't I
exercise
prove that to you
yet.
guys already?
I love all this white
The clue
noise.
is how Mew is killed.
You got strangled to death, right?
Toilet paper was the murder weapon.
Mew would have totally resisted if she was being strangled, right? Then it would have been impossible for someone as weak as me.
You talking about the strength of your virtual avatar? That wouldn't matter if you strangled her from behind.
In which case, even if she did resist, the most she could have done is merely touch the culprit.
Exactly. She couldn't struggle much.
Yep.
So you could have kept... That's wrong!
Actually, maybe it wasn't possible for Kokichi to strangle Mew.
Why wasn't it possible?
Mew modified my avatar, so if she attacked me, I wouldn't be able to resist. If Mew touched me, then I'd be unable to move.
Huh?
So I would have had to kill her instantly, such as stabbing or hitting. I couldn't have murdered her by strangulation, because it'd be game over if she touched me.
What?
Well, if you were using the toilet paper, you wouldn't need to touch her directly.
But if you can't be touched while you're wrapping the toilet paper around her neck, then it would be impossible.
Which means, as long as she died from strangulation, it couldn't have been me.
Wait! What if it was something besides strangulation then? Like...
There's no doubt Mew was strangled. We already discussed this.
Kaido is really desperate to make me the culprit. No matter how much you whine about it, you can't change the truth. The culprit who killed Mew is Gonta Gokuhara! This is the truth you all adore so much.
No! Gonta not kill Mew! It's true! You gotta believe Gonta! Gonta would never hurt anyone!
Is it actually going
I
to?
believe you. You've been risking yourself to protect everyone. There's no way Gonta would kill. He won't even kill bugs.
I believe Gonta too. I'm not gonna listen to Kokichi's lies.
Of course! Who'd believe a liar like him? He's lying about Gonta being the culprit, so there's no point talking about it.
I don't know about that. If we want the truth, we may have to ask uncomfortable questions.
Right, Shuichi? You think so too, don't you?
Huh? I know how important it is to believe, but as the ultimate detective, I know we can't solve this case with belief alone.
Huh?
It's just that something doesn't add up. I have this feeling something's off. We can't keep going back and forth like this. We need to discuss this.
What, you wanna suspect Gonta?
Too bad, Kaito. Looks like Shuichi agrees with me.
No, I'm not trying to...
Oh, the irony! It's all thanks to Kaito that Shuichi got his act together as a detective. And now, Shuichi's intuition as a detective has made him more suspicious of others. Well, can't be helped. That's just what a detective does.
That's not it, Kokichi. I'm just trying to make sure that everyone
Shuichi, Gonta really not do it. Gonta not culprit. Please, believe Gonta.
We might as well discuss it.
What?
As a precautionary measure, that's all. I think we need to seriously discuss whether Gonta was capable of committing this crime. Only then can we arrive at a logical decision.
You guys, why don't you get it? That's just what Kokichi wants. He's just trying to split us up. Shuichi,
He said
open your
split!
eyes!
He said split!
But
Really?
Over one true
There we go.
Soul.
I was gonna say we said
Sorry to
split.
ruin this tense moment, but you guys seem pretty evenly split right now. So, the Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds!
So we're gonna do that again?
Shuichi, why? Why don't you understand? You're my sidekick, aren't you? Kaito.
Of course I want to believe Gonta. I don't want to think that he killed someone. But as the ultimate detective, I can't turn away from the truth. I need to find the truth. Yeah, this is hands down probably my favorite minigame out of all of them. Even if it is technically the most infrequent, since it happens once per trial. But that's kind of also what makes it kind of special to me. I mean, maybe it could happen twice in a trial.
Are you saying that
but
Gonta is the culprit?
I got this! I can't say for sure he's the culprit. I'm saying we can't rule it out.
Gonta is such a sweetheart. He wouldn't hurt a fly.
Kokichi! Don't you realize these so-called sweethearts can commit crimes too?
Could Gonta have even made it to the rooftop without being noticed?
Kibo! The entrance hall is all that separates the rooftop from the mansion exterior.
There should have been witnesses at the entrance hall.
I got this! No.
Oh,
none
it's
of us were in
Shuichi
charge
again.
of the entrance hall.
Oh, there's
But
only
Kokichi
3 of
confessed
us.
He was working with Monokuma.
Oh, that's
Kokichi,
because
I did
it's
cooperate with
only
Monokuma, but
7
only on
total.
a temporary basis.
It's all a lie. Kokichi is the one who killed Mew.
Fuck.
Kibo! That isn't possible, because Kokichi's avatar had special settings.
Okay. That was
Gonta not
difficult.
kill
though.
Mew! Honest!
I got this! The truth is, Gonta could have murdered Mew.
That one was confusing because they were both in there. Nice.
This is our answer!
There's only 4 of us. But yeah, that's the first time people have had to repeat.
In my opinion, as long as it is possible that Gonta is the culprit,
Or
we have to discuss it.
at least the first time I noticed it. It may have actually happened last trial
That's
too, and I
ridiculous.
just didn't notice.
You're going to believe Kokichi over Gonta?
That's not it at all. I just want the truth. If we're going to survive, I have to find the truth.
But Gonta telling truth. Gonta really not culprit.
I still don't think Gonta's lying.
But didn't I tell you guys already? If you're planning to expose a liar, then you have to corner them psychologically. Only then will they reveal their true self as a liar, hiding beneath a layer of deceit. That's why it hurts my heart to persecute Gonta like this! Gonta, if you understand, then do it right. Make logical arguments for the truth.
Logical arguments?
It means use your head to make arguments.
Use head?
What I'm trying to say is, if you aren't the culprit, then you gotta prove that you aren't!
But Gonta really not know.
I'm sick of hearing you say you don't know! God, why are you so dumb?
Holy shit, he's getting pissed.
Gonta just want to help everyone, like true gentlemen.
You're a true gentleman? More like a true nincompoop.
Shit.
Hey! Now that's just bullying.
Bullying? Yeah, so what? That's what you do in this game, right? You guys blame and gang up on me, but now you're gonna pretend to be good people?
No, I never ganged up.
Gonta, argue back already! Just make an excuse or whatever!
Stop it! That's enough!
Stop what? You mean stop the game? Hey, do you even know what you're saying?
Yeah, I know. What about it? I don't want to survive if it means I have to stoop to your level.
Oh, that's a low blow right there. Then just die in a hole for all I care! We want to live, so stop getting in our way!
Quit it. If you don't shut your mouth, then I'll shut it for you. Permanently.
Magi, please, calm down.
Sorry. Gonta's fault everyone's so upset. But Gonta telling truth! Gonta really not culprit! Cause Gonta not know anything! Really!
Cut it out already! That's all you've been saying this whole time!
He's getting so pissed.
You're the one that needs to cut it out.
Wait, what did Kokichi say? All you've been saying this whole time. It's true about Gonta. This whole time Gonta's been saying he doesn't know anything. Gonta not understand either. Miyu like this when Gonta wake up. Gonta was sleeping too. Had strange dream. Gonta not understand anything. Gonta not know. Murder already happened when Gonta wake up. But why this happened? Why Miyu killed? Gonta not understand. Gonta not understand anything. Because Gonta have no idea what he's talking about. But when exactly did he start using that defense?
That's it!
That's it. It was after he logged out. That
Did
means...
Gonta get into an accident in the virtual world?
Accident?
the accident that hurt Gonta. That was... That hasn't come up yet. Okay, no, never mind. Yeah, okay. Oh!
This is it!
I forgot that even happened.
When we logged into the virtual world, an avatar user error occurred.
Avatar error occurred when you all logged in the first time. An error? The contents of the error are unknown, so I can't provide any details, but something strange definitely happened to someone's avatar when you all logged in.
An avatar user error?
Ever since Gonta logged out, he's been saying, I don't know, I don't understand.
That's because Gonta doesn't understand the virtual world, right?
That's what I thought at first. But I think it's because of the error.
Did it, like, wipe his memory?
What you mean?
If that error is what's affecting Gonta, it's making him forgetful and loopy. What was the error? What could it have been? Ah, shit. Oh, wrong button. I don't see any C's, so I guess it isn't cables. Messed mind, maybe? I don't see any SSL. No. Oh, memory loss! Wrong button. Oh, memory lost? Maybe? I guess. Oh, or no, it's two S's. I don't know how to spell. That'd be memory loose. Finger Browno.
I see now. I believe it's possible that Gonta doesn't remember what happened in the virtual world.
Huh? He doesn't remember?
You started saying, I don't know anything, after leaving the virtual world. I think that's the result of some kind of memory error.
Oh, that's why he doesn't remember anything that happened in the virtual world. Not even killing Mew.
What? That's ridiculous! Quit screwing around!
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous.
What do you mean he doesn't remember? He's just confused.
Gonta told us he was bad with computers, remember?
Memory or no memory, Gonta never hurt
Mass
anyone!
panic debate.
No way Gonta's the culprit!
Gonta never hurt anyone!
Remember because
Doesn't remember a
Gonta wants
thing
to keep
about the
everyone
virtual world.
safe!
You did it, but you don't
Gonta would
remember
never
doing
kill
it,
a
right?
friend.
If there was a glitch,
Gonta is gentlemen! Gentlemen, protect
it should
friends!
have affected all of us.
What's that
Your
before?
lies aren't protecting anyone.
But because we're all
Gonta
okay,
can't
Gonta
kill
not
Nessa.
lying!
that means there was no
Gonta!
Damn it! No wonder it's hard to believe, but this is the truth.
Gonta
So
never
you're telling
hurt
me
anyone!
Gonta
Remember because
doesn't remember a
Gonta wants
thing
to keep
about the
everyone
virtual
safe!
world?
Isn't he
You
just
did it, but you
Gonta
don't
would
remember
never
doing
kill
it,
a
right?
friend.
If there was a glitch,
It's gentlemen! Gentlemen, protect
it should
friends!
have affected all of us.
What's that
Your
before?
lies aren't protecting anyone.
But because we're all okay,
Gonta not lying!
that means there was no
I swear! Please believe!
There we go.
I heard it! The cause of the error that affected Gonta's avatar is the two cords on the helmet used to log into the virtual world.
Red and blue. Yeah, I have curiosity what happens if you switch chords. I don't know, never done that before in case it gets all glitchy or something.
I think that Gonta messed up something with the cords, causing the error.
If he mixed the consciousness and memory cords, then there'd be an error with memory. Like, an error that won't let you bring your avatar's memories to the real world?
What?
Gonta, do you think it's possible that you improperly connected the cords?
Huh? How Gonta supposed to remember that?
He couldn't have messed it up. I said it over and over. Right as the hand you hold your chopsticks in.
Oh, but Gonta holds chopsticks with this hand!
Oh no, fucking, he's left-handed.
That's your left hand!
Fucking rip.
Looks like it's decided!
What? Decided. He's wrong, isn't he, Gonta? You remember the virtual world, don't you?
Gonta not remember. Gonta not even go to this virtual world place.
What?
Gonta fall asleep when he put helmet on. When Gonta wake up, Mew dead. Gonta not know what happened. So, Gonta worry. Gonta not understand what everyone talking about.
No, it can't be.
But Gonta try his best to understand. Gonta imagine real hard.
That's enough, Gonta. We already know.
Know what?
We know that you totally forgot about teaming up with me and killing Mew.
And kill.
Wait a minute! That lie! Gonta not kill Mew! Cause why would Gonta do that?
Yeah, it's a lie! I'll never accept this! And besides, Gonta's got no motive to kill Mew!
I already gave you my testimony on how I came up with the murder plan.
And I'm saying I don't believe you!
Kokichi, if what you're saying is true, why did you plan it this way? You wanted to plan the murder yourself, but have someone else carry it out?
Is the person who planned it also included as a blackened with the perpetrator?
Nope! Only the person who actually commits the murder becomes the blackened!
Then there's no incentive to just plan the murder.
But Gonta's such a gentle soul. Why would he agree to this?
Hold on, that hasn't been decided yet.
Who cares about the motive? Let's vote for the culprit already.
I care about the motive!
Well, I don't care. Finding the culprit is more important in this class trial. Talking about the motive is meaningless. It's not necessary for this specific case.
No matter what you say, I'll never believe your lies.
We all agree that Gonta is the culprit, right? It would be impossible for anyone but him.
Impossible? Why?
It's pretty obvious if you use the process of elimination. Which means, Shuichi, you'll be my partner, right?
Me?
Because if you don't face the truth, then we'll all die, right? And you don't want that, do you? Okay, let's begin!
Quit screwing around! I'm done putting up with your selfish bullshit!
Kaito, we should listen to his explanation. Our lives depend on it.
So, we can now take Keyboy, Himiko, and Maki off the suspect list. Shuichi, would you care to explain? I doubt they'll believe it if it came from me.
Reason Kibo and Maki are on the eliminated, they were on the other side. Why can I not move my... There we go. Just hitting the wrong button.
They couldn't get to the crime scene, could they?
The bridge from the chapel to the mansion was gone, and only Miu could pass through the wall. The three at the chapel had no way to get to the mansion, so they couldn't have done it. Kaito is the next one off our suspect list, and you know why, right?
He was logged out.
Kaito had logged out ahead of us.
Miu logged Kaito out from the start. But she did that to make us think the murder happened in the real world, right? Since we figured out the actual killing happened in the virtual world, it would have been impossible for Kaito, who had already logged out. Miu's time of death was around 6:30 in the morning. That's after Kaito logged out.
Kokichi's completely running the show now.
My synergy with Shuichi is super on point now, so let's move on to the remaining suspects.
Such
Gonta,
an
Samugi,
asshole.
Shuichi, and me. Samugi and Shuichi can be crossed off. But what's the reason for that?
Tsumugi and I are witnesses to each other's alibis.
Both of you heard Miu hitting the chapel wall, right? The culprit was definitely on the roof during that time, since they slid Miu down. Because of that, Shuichi and Samugi can't be the culprit. That leaves only Gonta and me as the remaining suspects.
Then you're the culprit!
Sorry for getting your hopes up, but didn't I already explain that's impossible?
If
Poor
Miu touched
Gonta.
him, he'd freeze in place. Kokichi wasn't capable of strangling her.
So then, it's down to one person. And who was that again? Well, who is it?
Don't answer, Shuichi! You don't need to answer that! This is all Kokichi's trap!
There's only one suspect left. Only one person could have done this. Sorry, Gonta.
It's Gonta.
This has killed two characters. Well, one
Shuichi?
character I didn't like as a character. I just liked the jokes she gave Miu. But Gonta I legitimately liked. He was a cool guy. Now he's
Yep,
gonna be
Gonta is
dead.
the only person who could have committed the murder.
So that sucks.
You get it now, right? That's the truth we were all reaching for.
But at least it isn't Chiaki.
The thing
to
you
be
guys
fair this
wanted
time.
so badly! A truth without any lies!
Although, to be fair, I did know that Chiaki's death was coming up because I watched the anime before I played the game. Fucking ripperoni, but...
Mew Iruma's killer is Gonta Gokuhara!
Really? Did Gonta really do it?
Jeez, is that really your reaction? It would have been fun if you went all crazy. But you forgot everything, so oh well. A culprit who can't remember their murder is pretty interesting. So, better than nothing. If Gonta remembered, his cover would have been blown so fast. Especially since he's an idiot.
Hold on. I still haven't accepted this. This has gotta be Kokichi's trap. I still believe in Gonta. He's...
Oh shit, I didn't do that.
I already said this a million times, Kaito. You shouldn't use emotions to
You want proof? I've got your proof! After Tsumugi and Shuichi heard Kibo's voice in the mansion, they ran outside. And who did they see out there? Oh!
Gonta.
Kokichi said it himself. When Mew's avatar crashed into the chapel wall, the culprit must have been on the roof.
I see. If Gonta's the culprit, it'd be weird if he wasn't on the roof.
It's possible that he fled the mansion after he heard the impact.
You'd have to go through the entrance hall to get outside the mansion from the roof. Is that where Shuichi and Tsumugi ran to when they heard the crashing sound?
Then maybe he jumped off the roof.
And we've been over that too.
Possible? That rooftop was pretty high up.
Normally, Gonta could have done it, but his avatar wasn't strong enough. How about that? Now you get it, right? If Gonta was the culprit, there's no way he could have been outside the mansion.
Now you can't say Gonta's the culprit. Congrats, Gonta.
What? Really?
It would have been so nice if that were the truth. If Kaito were right and this horrible trial would just end, but...
No, that's wrong.
What?
Just because Gonta was at the mansion doesn't mean that he isn't the culprit. All the culprit needed was a way to get from the roof to outside the mansion.
Huh?
Do you use the toilet paper as a rope to get
Looks
down?
like Shuichi got it. I'll leave the rest to him.
That would explain it, because the toilet paper was there of all places, and that was the direction he came from, so he probably hooked it to the railing, belayed his way down, and then left.
Kaito, I know how you feel.
And the toilet paper
I
fell.
know because we all feel it. But we have to face the truth. No matter how cruel that truth may be, we need to face it to survive.
Whose side are you on, Shuichi?
Kaito, please.
Aren't you my sidekick? Was that just a lie?
Kaito!
Fine then! I'll tear that sorry reasoning of yours apart and wake you up!
I can't doubt my detective work now. If I want us all to survive, I can't back down.
I'll never accept this! Don't you know
Not.
Gonta
Oh
at
wow, I
all?
actually did make that in time.
Not the kind of guy who kills someone! Don't you know that about
I
him
love
by
this
now?
minigame too. This is like way better than Bullet Time
Never
Battle.
accept this! Don't you know Gonta at all? Not the kind of guy who kills someone! Damn it! Why won't you believe Gonta? Why are you listening to Kokichi?
Wow, I suck.
Aren't you my sidekick? Wake up, Shuichi! Why won't you believe Gonta? Why are you listening to Kokichi? Aren't you my sidekick? Wake up, Shuichi! Why won't you believe Gonta? Why are you listening to Kokichi? Damn it! Who do you want to believe? Remember what Kokichi has done to us! Remember how Gonta's always tried to protect us! How could Gonta be the culprit? Still want to accuse him, huh? Keep saying the truth this, the truth that, but there's a reason Gonta's not the culprit! Who do you want to believe? Remember Remember what Kokichi has done to us! Remember how Gonta's always tried to protect us! How could Gonta be the culprit? Still want to accuse him, huh? He's saying the truth this, the truth that, but there's a reason Gonta's not the culprit! Who do you want to believe?
Oh, I'm hitting D.
Remember what
Whoops.
Kokichi has done to us! Remember how
Oh,
Gonta's
I can
always
take
tried
damage.
to
I didn't
protect
realize
us?
that.
How could Gonta be the culprit? Still want to accuse him, huh? Damn it! There's no way to leave the mansion from the rooftop!
Toilet paper discovered outside of the mansion. There we go.
It ends here!
But yeah, I was right. That was what gave it away.
The toilet paper we found outside the mansion. That's what the culprit used to get from the roof to the ground.
The toilet paper?
The same toilet paper that was used as the murder weapon. That's why we didn't find it anywhere else. Not at the scene of the crime, nor on Miu's body. It was outside the mansion.
Hold on. If they use the toilet paper as a rope to get down from the roof, then they need to tie it to something. But there was nothing to tie it to.
The binoculars.
I know because I investigated the roof.
You're stubborn, Kaito. You're still going on about this.
Of course I am! I'm gonna believe in Gonta till the very end!
No, there was something that the toilet paper could have been tied to.
What?
Yes, place where the toilet paper was tied down.
There!
Yep.
The binoculars on the rooftop. The toilet paper could have been tied there. However, I don't think the culprit actually tied it down there. They just hung it. And then used the doubled up toilet paper to climb down. But in that case, they would have had to tug on it in order to take it down.
Yep, that's correct. Because I came up with that idea.
Of course he did.
But I thought I told Gonta to put the toilet paper back in the bathroom. Oh, I just ran into someone on the way and then threw it somewhere close by. Looks like Kaito's morale is shot, so this whole thing is done now.
The matter does appear to be settled.
That...
Poor
It's-
Gonta.
So, it's true. Going to really kill Miu.
But I'm the one who came up with the plan. Anyway, just admit your crime, Gonta. Even though you don't remember, you still did it.
But why did Gonta do such a terrible thing?
Wait, before you start crying, you gotta admit your crime first.
Stop. I won't let you, Kokichi. If anyone is gonna get him to confess, it's me. Gonta, I'm going to look back at the whole case one more time, okay? When you're convinced, you just let me know, all right? Let's end this together.
Oh, poor Gonta. That's legitimately fucking sad. Ah. No, how do I, okay. Okay, so hold on, what do I have here? Oh, so yeah, 2 of them are already placed, that's cool. Boom. Alright. Oops. Boom. All right. Oops. And then, boom.
This
that's
is
all
the
of them.
truth of the case.
I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but I kind of like
case
this
began
version of the
last
comic book
night.
game better than the other ones.
After being convinced by Mew, we all logged into the virtual world.
Namely, how it like lets you know you've got it right, so you don't get like it's not your first time doing the case, and you don't get 70% of the way, and then you realize, oh, I messed something up, and then it confuses you in the story because it just stops and picks
To
back
log
up.
in, you have to plug the memory and consciousness cords into the device. So, we all plug those cords into our helmets and enter the virtual world. But the culprit had accidentally plugged their cords into the wrong ports. Because of this, a connection error occurred between the culprit's brain and their avatar. As a result, the culprit would forget everything that happened in the virtual world. It's possible that this had an effect on their avatar's personality as well. Because I can't believe that someone so kind could commit murder. But we had no idea this error even happened. And so, we all logged in one by one. Meanwhile, Mew was the last to log in. She had modified the killing game simulator so she could accomplish a specific goal. After Mew confirmed we were all logged in, she took out the bottle of poison. And placed it on Kokichi's seat. This was done to make it look like Kokichi was killed by poison when we returned. Yes, the reason Mew modified the simulator and brought us to the virtual world was to kill Kokichi in the virtual world, but make it look like he had died in the real world. After we had all logged in, Mew explained the world to us. Use the salon phone to log out. Objects are unbreakable. Your avatars use all 5 senses. She also explained the map of the virtual world in the mansion's entrance hall. But her explanation was intentionally false. She wanted us to misunderstand the world. However, one of us was able to see through her scheme. The very person Mew was trying to kill, Kokichi. Kokichi was going to use Mew's plan against her and plotted her murder. But Kokichi wouldn't do it himself. He used a patsy to be the culprit in this case. Kokichi was tight-lipped about the motive, so I don't know why the culprit agreed. But it seems as though right after logging in, when Kokichi and the culprit went outside, they were already working together to execute the murder. Eventually, we met up with Kokichi and crossed the river to the chapel. Mew had us split up to try to find some secret of the outside world. Kaito, Kokichi, Gonta, Tsumugi, and I investigated the mansion, while Maki, Himiko, Kibo, and Mew investigated the chapel. Splitting us up was also part of Mew's plan. At the chapel, Mew told Maki that she was going to look around outside. She chased after our group while we were heading toward the mansion.
This zoom.
Once she made sure we were across, she dropped the bridge into the river. This was to trick us into thinking that the river separated the mansion and chapel. At the time, we thought nothing of it. It was just another one of Mew's pranks. That's why we continued with the original plan to find the secret of the outside world. We went to the mansion and split up to look for clues. Kokichi searched the salon.
This cross section actually kind of looks
Kaito
like the
searched
game
the roof.
Clue, like the board game.
Tsumugi searched the dining room. I searched the kitchen. And finally, the culprit searched outside the mansion. Around that time, Mew was headed for the wall that was on the side of the chapel. She passed through the wall and headed for the mansion to kill Kokichi. You see, the wall was a special wall that Mew had added herself. This wall was programmed so that only objects could pass through. And Mew had changed her avatar settings from human to object. That was the hidden route she prepared for herself. She set up a wall that only she could pass through. Mew headed toward the mansion, but she was seen by Tsumugi on the way. When she entered the mansion, she pulled out her cell phone. She didn't tell us that there was another way to log out.
In fact, she told them the opposite.
Then, she spoke a name into the phone, which forced that person to log out. It was Kaito who was on the roof at the time, the same roof where Kokichi and Mew were going to meet. By having Kaito search the roof and then forcing him to log out, she was making him look the most suspicious. But her plan didn't go smoothly. Kokichi was waiting on the roof with a culprit and the toilet paper used to kill Mew. While Mew was distracted by Kokichi, the culprit snuck up from behind. And used the toilet paper from the mansion's bathroom to strangle Mew. This was only possible because objects in the virtual world are unbreakable. Mew's avatar was strangled to death, and the shock killed Mew in the real world.
You look so fucking smug in the bottom left panel. Fucking Kokichi.
After the murder, Kokichi left the cleanup to the culprit and left the roof. He probably returned to the salon as soon as he could to avoid drawing suspicion. The culprit then took the lattice from the storage room and placed Mew's body on top along with the hammer and the cell phone. The culprit heaved the lattice over the railing and forcefully slid it down the roof slope. With a body on top of it, the lattice became a makeshift sled and flew off the roof. It went through the wall that only objects can pass through before crashing into the chapel. That was the crashing sound that Kibo heard in the chapel and we heard in the mansion. Mew's wall hid the fact that the mansion and chapel were actually right next to each other. That's why Tsumugi and I were able to hear the crash from the mansion. As the final step, the culprit had to then get off the roof. Because we were at the mansion, they couldn't take the stairs or they'd be seen. So they used the toilet paper again to escape from the rooftop. They hung the toilet paper from the binoculars on the roof and used it like a rope to climb down. Once the culprit was safely on the ground, they pulled at the toilet paper to retrieve it. They would have returned it to the bathroom, but they ran into us as we were leaving the mansion. In a panic, the culprit tossed the toilet paper somewhere nearby. Without that one little mistake, we might never have solved this case because the culprit doesn't remember. This is the truth you've forgotten, Gonta Gokuhara, the ultimate entomologist. Gonta, this is the truth we've reached.
Sorry? Gonta not really understand, 'cause Gonta not smart boy. But if everyone agree, then everyone probably right. Gonta, trust everyone.
Gonta.
But why? Gonta kill Mew, forget everything. Gonta even think he not do anything bad. And then Gonta tried to blame someone else and make everyone suffer. Why? Why Gonta do such terrible thing?
Gonta, it's not your fault.
It's Kokichi's fault. He must have tricked Gonta.
Huh? I totally didn't trick him. Before we go into that, it's voting time. We should finish up the class trial first.
But is this the right answer? We're not being fooled by Kokichi?
For once, I wish that we were.
Huh? Wrapping things up already? What a buzzkill of an ending! It lacks the rush of previous voting times. Well, after so many killing games, I guess it was bound to happen eventually.
I'm curious how many happened then. Because if we include the student council one and the one seen in Danganronpa 3, like the one on the future side I mean, then that would result in, including this one as well, 5 killing games. So I'm curious how many others there were.
It's just as well. This killing game is a bad influence on the baby.
Oh my, Monotaro. You're even starting to look like a father.
Yeah! I gotta get my act together for the baby.
Okay, this is a disturbing question, but how do these guys fuck? how does reproduction work for these guys? They're robots.
Now then, pull yourselves together and let's begin!
And robot
The
bears,
heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless face off! It's voting time! It seems the voting has finished. Now then, let's see the result.
Of course, somebody voted for Kokichi. I'm curious who. I'm guessing, Kaido did.
Who'll be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Will you use proper grammar or dreadfully wrong grammar? I've always been curious as to what would happen. Like, I mean, I know they all get executed, but what would happen with the machine if they got it wrong? Hey, got another A. Cool.
Absolutely
Well,
right.
look at that. You voted correctly. Congratulations, you guys. And again, I'm gonna have to be quiet. It's
Let
midnight.
me hear your joyful voices.
Jesus Christ. Give yourselves a hand. Let me hear your joyful voices.
Let me hear your joyful voices.
Damn.
Damn it. Why?
Wah!
It's all just moping around. They should be happy for themselves. I know, I'm super happy. Hey, what should we name the kid? Good question. We should prepare 6 names.
Yay!
What, I mean 6 tuplets? I'm so happy I might go crazy.
And another thing.
Hey, Kokichi. You said this would liven things up. What gives, huh?
Here.
You said you were gonna liven up the killing game in the class trial. And I said I'd put the motive, the secret of the outside world, into the killing game simulator. That was just a lie.
Oh.
Oh, so it was just a
What
lie.
was that?
Hey,
Are you satisfied, Kokichi? I want you to tell us. What is the outside world? What is the motive you gave Gonta? I plan to explain all of that, but it's more like, how do I say it? You guys are just gonna assume it's a lie if you hear it coming from my cute
I
lips.
see.
Oh yeah, then let's have Gonta explain. He doesn't remember anything. Huh?
please
Gonta?
stop!
Gonta doesn't remember anything. How can you expect
All
him to?
right.
And we should all go back into the killing game simulator. What?
Because
We don't have to ask the Gonta. Why don't we ask the Gonta in the virtual world? But going back to the virtual world is a much easier way. That's pain. Than that. Wait. There's a much easier way than that pain in the ass method.
Gonta's memories didn't transfer over, so they're still in the virtual world as data. I can combine Gonta's consciousness from his last login with that leftover memory data. Ta-da!
Alter
Oh
ego?
shit. Alter Gonta. Oh, alter ego?
Basically, it's a separate Gonta that only exists in virtual space.
Hold on. What did he call that? That's controls, not transcript. Because I want to go check this shit. Backlog. Alter ego Gonta. Okay. But yeah, that's a reference to the first game's
If
alter
we
ego.
listen to what he says, we should be able to find out what happened in that world.
Huh? What this? What happening? Huh?
Is this Gonta? Is that Gonta?
What's that mean?
What sort of phenomenon is this? What did you do?
Hey,
Relax, Amiko. It's not magic, and it's not a trick. Alter Ego Gonta is just a computer simulation. It's just imitating Gonta's thought patterns. It's actually different from the real Gonta. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do the voices really either. Gonta not understand who this alter ego person.
now then.
See? It's even stupid like the real Gonta. You can hardly tell the difference. Plus he's got Gonta's memories in the virtual world, so he should remember what happened.
Please.
Then other Gonta. Tell Gonta.
Why?
Why? Why did Gonta kill Mew? Kill Mew? Why does other Gonta know about? Unfortunately, our plan failed. You can tell them the truth now.
Oh, Gonta.
Gonta no could save everyone?
Huh?
Save everyone?
Gonta don't know.
Hey, answer Gonta. Why did Gonta kill
Wrong.
Mew? Gonta just want to save everyone. He wanted to save everyone?
That's...
Gonta, what do you mean?
Gonta.
Going to think for a long time. How can Gonta be useful to everyone? Gonta not smart enough to help with trials. Gonta strong, but no can fight exiles. Gonta feel frustrated because Gonta no could do anything. Gonta understand how this Gonta feels.
Yeah.
Technically, they're the same person.
But
So that's why Gonta think he have to do it, for everyone's sake. Gonta think he gotta do it, because everyone else not want to.
Gonta.
So Gonta kill Mew.
What?
What do you mean by that? I don't get it at all. Jeez, Gonta's bad at explaining as always. I guess I'll have to help. So, if you remember what happened at that time. No, we should, if we want to prevent another murder from happening. Yoink, I'll take that keycard then. Kokichi used his life body to his advantage and took the keycard from Monokuma.
Huh?
The keycard. So you used it?
Yeah.
After working tirelessly, I finally found the door for the keycard. The card key. After opening it, I saw the outside world. The outside world?
What?
That was Monokuma's motive? But why would seeing the outside world be a motive? I'll tell you guys in a second. But that was when I found out about Mew's plan. And it hit me. If I combine the two, then I'd be able to save everyone.
Please wait.
Save everyone? What do you mean?
Hey.
Hey, or hey now. You gotta listen to everything I say first. Anyway, that's why I made the deal with Monokuma. If I livened up the killing game, then he would let me use the outside world as a motive again. Again?
In other words,
Let me chime in. The motive keycard that Kokichi nabbed was the right to view the outside world. But even though he saw the outside world, he didn't try to use it for the killing game. That disappointed me. But then Kokichi suggested we reuse the motive.
yeah.
He said I can't do a quiet Monokuma voice. He said we should bring back the right to view the outside world one more time. I decided to run with that idea. So I loaded a flashback light with memories of the outside world imported in the simulation. Memories of the outside world in the flashback light? The secret of the outside world in the virtual world was about the flashback light. And if it was the flashback light, it would mean the secret of the outside world is part of a forgotten memories. What are you saying? But why would anything about the outside world be a motive in the first place?
Incomprehensible.
What's going on here? You can't remember? Okay, fine.
You get it?
Let's talk about the motive later. We have to finish up this case first. Monokuma hid the flashback light in the simulator, but I knew where it was hidden. I showed it to Gonta in the virtual world.
Hey!
You even knew where it was hidden? That's not fair.
To tell you the truth,
Whoa, I just placed it. I never actually said I hid it.
too bad.
If anyone had asked, I would have gladly told you where it was. It's a little late for that.
Always messing around.
So Gonta was exposed to the flashback light. Yeah, when Kokichi and Gonta leave together. But Gonta can watch Kokichi, so he not do anything weird. Gonta, you're so sweet. But I knew you'd say that. Even without your ridiculous physical strengths, as long as you're selfless and courageous, you'll make a terrific bodyguard. Bodyguard? With you by my side, I know I'll be safe from a trap. Okay then, let's go. Wait, Kokichi. It's okay, leave it to Gonta. Gonta keep eye on Kokichi.
Could it be?
Was Kokichi trying to lure Gonta off by himself?
Maybe.
The only person I entrusted with the secret of the outside world was Gonta.
Gonta.
After that, Gonta got taken to forest near mansion. Is this flashback light? It looks like it. Maybe the secret of the outside world is hidden in it. You gotta tell everyone. Wait. You sure you want to make believe a liar like me so easily? Huh? This might be a trap, you know? Should I check if I'm lying first? I mean, if you want to protect everyone, oh my god, I can't fucking read. You want to protect everyone, right? This is the perfect time to do it. Protect everyone.
How'd this happen?
And there, Gonta remembers secret of outside world. But that just confused Gonta more about what to do. What can Gonta do to save everyone? Gonta no could think of anything. So I told him, if he wants to save everyone, he should put everyone out of their misery. In other words, a mercy kill.
What did you
Jesus
say?
Christ. What?
No way!
Was Gonta tricked?
Wrong.
No. You're not tricked. So when Gonta remembers Secret of Outside World, Gonta thinks it would be easier to die. What? Remember what everyone said at the beginning? That this academy is hell? Gonta agree. Academy that forced students to be part of Killing Game is hell. So everyone think they want to escape this place, right? But if it's still hell outside, what do we do?
Huh?
What do you mean, Gonta? Inside is hell. Outside is hell. What should Gonta and friends live for?
How'd this happen?
And everyone who died? What did they die for? It's hell outside and hell inside? But then Kokichi told me, best way to save everyone from hell is to put them out of misery. Well, they still not know. And only one who could do such dirty work is Gonta.
Yeah.
That's right. The only way you could save everyone is to free them from this hell. Gonta took on the dirty work for us. If he had survived the class trial, he would have lived in this hell alone.
Get it?
Gonta took on that role for us. Shouldn't we appreciate him more?
Hold on!
Wait a minute, I still don't get what's happening. What outside world are you talking about? It's hell out there? What do you mean? What did Kokichi and Gonta see? What did we forget?
Hey!
Hurry up and tell us, or else we won't be able to understand it.
Right?
Gonta, what pushed you to do such a thing?
Please.
Answer, Gonta.
Sorry.
Sorry. Gonta no can tell
Why?
you. Can't tell us why. Because if Gonta tell you, then everyone will end up like Gonta. Everyone. Despair.
Huh?
Despair. I know it. A despair that makes you want to die. Despair that makes you want to put everyone out of their misery. Do you think kind Gonta would tell you about such despair from his own mouth?
But
Now we don't know any more than when we started. How do you know about Gonta? Now you know that how. Oh my God! Now you know how Gonta and I formed the Killing Game Busters, right? And you can't accept everything about this case. You can't imagine the rest, right? I used Miu's plan and turned it against her. I hid Gonta away from sight, where Miu and I were supposed to meet. Kaido's not here? Yeah, you're right. Oh man, I'm honored you asked me to meet up with you, Miu. Is this a booty call? Or are you here to kill me? So you figured it out. But there's nothing you can do. You can't resist me. I made sure of it when I programmed your settings. Uh-oh. I guess I'm in trouble now. I'm sorry, but you should just give up. This is my only chance. I have no choice but to do this. My inventions will change the world. They'll make the world a better place. It's my duty as a genius inventor. So I can't afford to die here. Sorry. Gonta's so sorry. Don't be sorry, Gonta. She was trying to kill me too. She said it was for the world or whatever, but that's just a poor excuse. We're doing this to stop the vicious cycle of misery. So you don't need to apologize. But... Gonta's sorry. Gonta's so sorry, Miu. Already said, you don't need to apologize. We had to do this for everyone's sake.
It can't be.
Can't be. Gonta would never.
by the way,
You should know that it was Gonta's idea to slide the body to the chapel wall. Huh? Really? I'm actually mainly surprised he came up with that. Before Gonta went to roof, he happened to see Miu walk through the wall. Gonta told Kokichi and he'd think of everything else.
but
Gonta gave me that chance. I like to think we made a pretty good team.
Stop it!
Good. What's good about that? You're the worst. That's whole story. That's everything that happened.
Well,
So in the end, you don't plan to tell us the secret of the outside world?
Sorry.
Sorry. Gonta no can tell you
Always
that.
messing around.
I mean, hearing that story, it sounds like you were tricked by
How can
Kokichi.
this be?
But Gonta did kill Miu. Gonta really
Sorry.
did it. Sorry, everyone. Gonta's so sorry. Gonta. But Gonta's plan to save everyone fail. Gonta not save everyone. Gonta just make everyone suffer more.
Idiot.
Gonta's stupid. So stupid. How can Gonta call himself gentleman? Everyone, please forgive him. Gonta tried to save us all from despair by taking on the silly of killing us. But you reached for the truth, and Gonta's plan failed. All of you could have been saved if you died without knowing anything. So you're saying it was wrong to fight for the truth?
Yeah.
Yes, it was. At least, Gonta and I think so. You should have all died ignorant. Gonta even killed Mew for that sake, you know?
Don't screw around!
Enough of your shit. You made him kill her.
Please stop!
No. Gonta is bad. Because Gonta kills someone. Gonta is murderer. It's true. Yes, Gonta make everyone suffer. That is true. Sorry.
Everyone.
Gonta is sorry he failed everyone. Gonta is sorry for being stupid. Gonta is sorry he make everyone suffer. Gonta is so sorry. We get it. You don't need to apologize anymore. You're probably all thinking that I should have taken on the dirty work and not Gonta, right? Everyone hates me, so the role of villain is perfect.
I know that!
Yeah, I know already. It should have been my responsibility, but when I realized Miura was targeting me, I thought to myself, she must already have a way to prevent me from fighting back in the virtual world. And in fact, you were right. She set it up so she could paralyze you with just a
So am
touch.
I!
That's why I had to ask Gonta. I would have done it myself if I
That's
could.
enough!
Okay, but you don't need to push everything on a Gonta.
Please stop!
Stop. It's okay. Everyone, please. Don't blame Kokichi anymore. Please. Gonta, how nice can you be, Gonta? You really are stupid sometimes. You're right. Someone as stupid as Gonta could never be gentleman.
Hey!
Hey, so are we done yet?
Huh?
What?
And another
You guys are
thing.
starting to talk in circles, so let's just move on to the exciting stuff. Yes, the eagerly anticipated punishment
So
time.
am I!
Wait, if you gotta punish him, then punish me too, Kokichi.
I know that!
I'm prepared for it. If you're gonna execute Gonta, then It's okay, Kokichi. Please, let Gonta sacrifice himself. For everyone's sake. That's all Gonta can do anymore.
But...
Just promise Gonta that everyone forgive each other and be friends, okay? Alright. I promise.
Okay!
Alright. It's time to punish the ultimate entomologist. Yes. Oh man, I bet his punishment's gonna have a lot of gross nasty bugs. Yeah.
Ah!
That's right. You don't like nasty stuff. No, it's not that. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's coming.
Yeah?
What, already? The contractions are speeding up any minute now.
Honey!
Quick, hold my hand.
Now then,
I've
I
prepared a very
prepared
special
very special punishment.
for him.
Gonta!
Wait, please. I don't want this. Don't go,
No.
Gonta. Don't cry, Kokichi. Gonta is okay. Yeah. Gonta not cry. Gonta's really not scared. But
How can this be?
Gonta upset. Gonta upset he could no protect everyone. Gonta, you can't cry either.
It's
Well then,
punishment
let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Sorry,
Gonta,
everyone.
love you all.
Gonta,
Gonta
idiot!
is so sorry for being stupid. Alright, that is actually one of the saddest trial endings I've had. The only real competitor is the second trial in Danganronpa, just because of fucking Fuyahiko's reaction to his death. Oh, Alter Ego's going to stain that too. Oh, okay. Wild West insecticide, maybe? I don't know. That's a shitty way to die, though. Oh, never. Okay, no, yeah, there's still stadium, so yeah, that's a shit way to die. What? Alright, so Monotaro's dead. And Monofine got fucking aliened, so that's fun. Fucking overkill, yeah. way overkill. Surprised? What a twist, huh? Even I didn't see that coming. All my little cubs have been destroyed.
Dang it!
So sad. All that cuteness gone to waste.
Why?
What are you talking about? You're the one responsible for this. Why would you do such a thing to your own children? Because lately they've been acting all buddy-buddy and neglecting me. I'm never gonna get the hang of this whole parenting thing.
Oh!
That's why?
Got a minute?
Doesn't matter now. We don't have time to give him attention.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm gonna walk away quietly and go mourn my dead kids. Later. Gonta.
Damn it.
Damn it. Why did it turn out like this?
Got a minute?
Hey Kokichi, why don't you tell us now? What is the secret of the outside world? If we don't know it, then we won't be able to understand or accept it.
What was that?
I can't accept it either, Kokichi. What is the secret of the outside world? What kind of secret would push Gonta that far? Kokichi, if you really cared for Gonta, explain yourself to everyone, and I don't want to.
Huh?
You what?
I don't want to, stupid head.
Kokichi!
Oh man, did you
I
fall
fucking
for
knew
all
it.
that fake crying?
What
You're
a
so
fucking
dumb!
dick.
I would never cry for Gonta!
What?
Fake cry?
Because?
If I said the actual truth back there, Gonta would have been real mad. That wouldn't interfere with the game, so I simply lied to calm him down. See? As long as you lie for a good purpose, right?
What?
What?
Hey!
What do you mean, what really happened? Why did you make him do that?
Well, you know.
Obviously, so it wouldn't be boring.
Huh?
What are you?
Which means...
I gave Gonta an incentive, because I thought it would liven up the game. Come on, think about it. If I actually wanted to save everyone like Gonta, like what
really
Gonta
don't
did,
get it.
I wouldn't have betrayed Gonta. You should have realized that.
Hey!
Then why did Gonta?
Who cares about that idiot? I want to enjoy this game filled with suspicion and betrayal from the bottom of my heart.
Kokichi gave us one of his creepy smiles. When I saw it, I finally saw Kokichi for what he really was. Malice. His entire body. Nothing but raw and unfettered malice.
I am the supreme leader of evil, so it's obvious my personality would be twisted. The more you suffer, the more I enjoy it. There are people in this world who spread grief and misery for no reason than the thrill of it. And I'm one of those people. Nothing pleases me more than inflicting pain on others!
Seriously? Who the hell do you think you are?
Then...
So, for your own entertainment, you sacrificed Miu and Gonta.
You're so dumb!
What's so bad about that? You kill people for money, right, Maki
You
Roll?
bastard!
Someone like you has no right to call me Maki Roll.
Do you wanna die?
I'm gonna die. You look so much better with a scowl on your face, Maki Roll. But hey, you guys are just way too trusting. If only you had suspected me more, then Miu and Gonta wouldn't have died such meaningless deaths.
Don't screw around!
Meaningless deaths. Kind of screamed and sprinted up to Kokichi like a bullet. A dull thud resounded through our skulls.
Oops.
Oh, it resonated.
Sorry. I tried to dodge you, but I punched you instead.
What a douchebag.
Kaito!
You!
By the way, Kaito, is it just me, or are you way
He's gonna reveal the sickness.
Maybe, just maybe, Kaito is hiding something from us too.
Kaito!
Kaito, are you okay? Kaito kept coming at him, and Maki glared at Kokichi with piercing eyes. I don't know why.
Got a minute?
There's someone who claims to be bad at fighting. You were pretty agile right now, just now. And he believed a lie like that.
You bastard.
Holy shit. Kokichi's is still scarier, but you really want to die, don't you?
Let's have more fun.
Oh, did I finally provoke you enough? Is it because of Kaido? No, Maki. What am I thinking? Maki wouldn't lose her cool for a guy like Kaido. He's way too pathetic. He's all bark and no bite. Let's face it, the ultimate Asthma is just a trainee anyway. Kokichi never got to finish his provocation. No one cared what he had to say anymore. They all rushed to Kaido's side. Oh, okay, that's fine. I thought she just stabbed him. Kaido, are you hurt?
Are you alright?
Can you stand? Do you need to lean on my shoulder? Sorry, my MP's at 0, so I can't use any recovery magic. Why are you all so worried about this pathetic guy? Pathetic? Look at yourself, Kokichi. Right?
No.
Kaido always has had us by her side, see? But no one wants to be around you. You're alone, Kokichi. And you always will be. Talking about friends? Friends don't make this game more entertaining.
Oh, man.
Jeez, boring. I'm no longer interested. I don't care anymore. But I will tell you this. The one who will win this game is me. Kokichi spat out those words and left the room. He's bleeding now too. Kaido, are you okay?
Huh?
Kaido?
Hey!
You don't look well. It didn't seem like he punched you that hard, but...
What?
Did you hit your head or something? I'm okay. It's fine.
Okay?
Don't push yourself. You should lie down. I said I'm fine. Kind of tried to get up, but... he's gonna vomit blood. Doubled over. His knees gave out and he collapsed hard. Cough. Cough, cough, cough. Yeah.
What?
Kaito? Blood? Why? What's the matter, Kaito?
Come on. Don't freak out over this. It's nothing. My cold just got worse is all.
I didn't know that coughing up blood was a cold symptom.
You're a robot and you don't know that? I'm saying it's fine. Just chill. I just coughed too much, cut my throat or something. I don't know.
As he spoke, he somehow got to his feet. Yeah, that's it. I just need a drink of water. Sorry, but I'm gonna head back to my room.
Kaito!
Okay, I'll go with you. Don't follow me.
Huh?
What? I can walk on my own. I don't need your help, Suichi. Kaido staggered off.
Well...
I'll go with him. It would be bad if he collapses on the way. Right, we'll leave it to you then. Don't worry about it, Shuichi. Kaido is just stressed out is all. Why? Why did it end up like this? I thought I could help. I wanted us all to survive. I wanted it so damn bad, I kept fighting for it. Fighting for the truth. And this is what I get? By trying to survive. We're just playing this stupid game. Just like Kokichi.
Damn it!
Damn it.
It's almost time.
Oh god.
It's almost time. This should be enough. I'll end it.
Is he gonna kill everybody in one swoop? Or attempt to,
Now
rather?
is the time I'll end this killing game.
Fuck. Oh! Holy shit. Live and let the languid world live. Cleared. Oh, not yet. There we go. To be continued. Oh, it doesn't say clear anymore. That's interesting. Unless I missed it. Virtual remake achievement unlocked. And I got an empty insect cage. Wow. Well, that's the end of chapter 4. So, that's a fucking bummer ending. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and in the next episode, we'll be heading into chapter 5, which hopefully is slightly less depressing. So, yeah. thank you. And from this still, we're not off to a great start. But
My adorable mono cub.
yeah, we're not off to a great start with this bit. But thank you all for watching, and take care.